Moving across my Otago Nuggets, introducing you tonight. First up is
Kia ora iti whānau, no mai haere mai, and welcome in to NZNBL action for your Saturday afternoon. Of course, starting off with the Rapid League, it is the Taranaki Ears hosting the Otago Nuggets in Hawera. Maya Williamson joined by the Queen of Hawera herself, Kayla Manuiri-Rangi. Welcome in.
Kia ora reo hoa. Tēnā koe o tira, tēnā tātou katoa. Welcome to my hometown, Te Hawera, all the way in Te Tonga o Taranaki, joined here with Maya Williamson. We have an exciting matchup with this Nuggets Ears team for Rapid, Maya.
Yeah, the Nuggets on a real heater right now in terms of Rapid League. We'll take a look. They are third in the standings, just shooting up to that position, 10-4. Won 5 in a row, and some impressive performances, which we'll get to in a minute. And unfortunately, just not the same tale of the tape for the Taranaki Ears, who are sitting at 10th, Kayla. And of course, the last time these guys matched up just 1 week ago, it was a 38-28 win for the Otago Nuggets. So all pressure on the Ears tonight.
Redemption is on their mind, as Drake would probably say too, Maya, for this Ears side. The Nuggets team are really rolling. They're third place. They've got some strong pieces to this puzzle, so it's going to be cool to see how they face up today.
There's their starting five: Chisholm, Smiler, McKenzie, Tipene and Hunt. And can we talk about Toby Hunt, Kayla?
Top scorer, he got 29 points against the Jets on Thursday night. Absolutely wild in 16 minutes of play.
And missed one shot, 91% from the field. Absolute wildness. And of course, Zach McKenzie as well against the Ears last week. 22 points, 7 rebounds and 6 steals. It's an experienced lineup who is ready to go again.
I feel like you got to times that by at least 2.
Yeah.
If it was a 40-minute game. So that's around a 50-point game we're talking.
It's not bad.
Not bad.
We'll take a look at the Taranaki Ears. A little bit of a different lineup for them tonight. Adam, Hill, Vaya, Bailey and Darnay Samuel makes his Rapid League debut.
Yeah, we haven't really seen him starting in this Rapid, so this is an interesting shift for the Ears. Sure, he'll be getting some big minutes in the NZNBL game later, but yeah, quite a different look here. We also have Hill, who he's in his second game, so excited to see what he does.
Son of Angelo Hill, of course, and you know, he's been in and around the NZNBL for a while now. As we take a look at the Chemist Warehouse head-to-head, defensively kind of splitting hairs, Kayla, but the Otago Nuggets are scoring the ball at a high clip.
Indeed, close to 40 points. We can see about 8 up from the Ears, but conceding 40 points for the Ears is huge. So defensively, they're going to have to make sure that they lock in. And as we can see, the Nuggets coming off a 5-game win streak, they are rocking and rolling. And as you mentioned earlier, Maya, Toby Hunt, what an absolute hooper. 29 points the other night. So him facing up with Nico Hill will be an interesting face-up.
Your officials for tonight: Mikey Graham, Sam McFadzean and Kobe Lucas as well. Getting ready to go here at the TSB Hub in Hawera. And of course, just tipping off after 4:30, the NZNBL game. The Ears looking to redeem themselves against the Nuggets after losing a nail-biter in Dunedin last week, as we are we're not underway. You know,
back to the top, run it
back. Yeah, that happens sometimes. A couple smiles on the faces and it's not, oh my goodness. Are we gonna go for a third one?
Is this technically a false start?
Mikey Graham. It's not that hard, is it?
It's actually super hard.
Yeah. Me, as if I could even do that. Wow, I can't say that I've seen 2 false jump balls.
It's the wind, Maya.
Yeah, it's this bloody weather. There we go. We're officially underway. Of course, Taranaki Ears with the first possession. And they're looking to go for Darnay Samuel straight away. Get Nico Hill underway. Vaya, Quinton Bailey. Great pass. Samuel, not known for his 3-point shooting, but gets one to go.
He can do it all. Taranaki love to find that corner 3-point shooter. Good ball movement and extra pass by Bailey.
It's the gravity of having someone like Darnay Samuel in this Rapid League squad. And let's talk about the Otago Nuggets offense for a second, Kayla. They just have so many pieces that can work together. In terms of Oak Chisholm and Caleb Smiler kind of being the point guards for that squad, and then you've got Zach McKenzie and Toby Hunt, who are some elite scorers as the Ears go back-to-back with buckets.
Versatile indeed, and great bucket there from Hill, asserting himself early.
Smiler attacks on Bailey, tipped away. Oh, he's called for a late foul. He's not happy about that one.
Quentin Bailey, he is an absolute pillar in the Taranaki community. He's a real blue-collar worker to me. He works hard, he's pretty clean. So yeah, he won't be too happy with that one. But no doubt he will lead by example as he's the Rapid captain and sales captain.
Caleb Smiler been very impressive with the Nuggets in these last years that he's been there for university. He's played for the Nuggets since 2023 and been a really integral part of their Rapid League side.
He has a real defensive specialist mindset, as does his older sister, Kaylee Smiler, a bit of a goat from BYU. So yeah, definitely runs in the whānau. They've got a great high energy, high work rate.
Hill in the corner. Oh my goodness, the Ears can't miss.
Man, you could have called that before he even shot it. The way he just like walked into that looks so comfortable.
He's got every right to be confident. Nico Hill. The Nuggets, they can't respond yet again. How about this start for the Taranaki Ears?
Strong start indeed.
Samuel thought about it. Goes back to Vea. Vea, all the space in the world. Attacks on McKenzie instead. Great move, Luca Vea.
Great work there. Bit of an extra foul there from McKenzie. He's coming off a strong 3-on-3 career, you could say, with the NZ program. And I guess the key difference with 3x3, Maya, is the ability to allow a little bit more physicality and fouling. So that will be quite an adjustment for him coming into this 5 side of things.
Yeah, 100%. That does seem to be the key difference. He's done a good job adjusting to both, and of course able to refine his skills in the game of 3x3 more so than you would in 5x5 potentially. Vea was 2 for 2 from the Chemist Warehouse. Just the 1 point in almost 2 minutes for the Nuggets.
Yeah, it's a really unusual looking score line at the moment, right?
Yeah, that's definitely not usually their issue in Rapid League. Maybe this guy can help them out with a thing or two. Great pass, Tipinet tips it off, and all you needed was a bit of Toby Hunt.
Toby Hunt, the power of being a strong scorer is people play high energy defense of you. Beautiful extra pass.
Yeah, attacks at him. Doesn't get it back from Darnay Samuel. Instead he attacks. Oops, I think he went to throw the lob. There's a bit of a cheeky giggle anyway.
Yeah, his teammate Quentin Bailey was grinning at him too.
Chisholm buries it from deep, and a bit of scoring in these last couple of positions for the Nuggets, Kayla.
Yeah, good ball movement. They just took that shot before Taranaki had their defense set up, so that was the key there.
Hill works on Tipinet, gets to his spot. Me, oh my, the Ears are stroking it.
He got that dog.
He got that dog in him. He got that dog.
He got that dog, no doubt. Father Angelo Hill will be sitting in the crowd there today.
We'll probably hear him on the broadcast sometimes from the crowd. Another triple goes down for Oak Chisholm. It's 2 in a row for the young man.
Out of Otago boys, am I correct?
Correct. He is Otago born and bred. Great pass. No, it's not. Can't quite find the connection early. The bigs and McKenzie. A little humble flush, and they have brought this thing right back.
Yeah, the Nuggets dropped to a 2-3 zone on that one, so there was a good adjustment there, but offensively needing to shift to their defense.
Bailey from 3. Oh my gosh!
Man,
these Hawera rims are friendly to the home team tonight.
I think the Ears will be booking that TSB hub in Hawera for the rest of their games for the season, Maya.
They're going to move all of their games. No more New Plymouth. Toby Hunt, that is a dangerous sign.
That has been just a plethora of 3-pointers in the past 4 minutes.
I know, it's just a shootout right now.
Man.
3 of 3 for the Taranaki Ears and 3 of 5 for the Nuggets as Xavier Adam gets them to their last possession. Those two really not finding their groove, Kayla. With all respect, of course. Tough finish, Oak Chisholm. And that'll do us. So After scoring just 1 point in the
Wow.
first 2 minutes, Kayla, they've brought it around, and the Nuggets are ahead.
What an absolute comeback. Mackenzie really getting those daggers from beyond the arc, pushing that up. What an interesting start, but we could see with Samuel down to Bailey, just a bit of disconnection there with that high-low action. Quinton Bailey is one of those players. He plays bigger than his height probably says. He's a tall dude, but he's one of those guys, a bit like, you know, Auntie, for anyone that knows basketball, knows Auntie, plays bigger than his height.
Yeah, he definitely, you know, probably the size of, you know, a 4, potentially a 3, but has that dog in him, as we like to say. And of course, if you enjoy the basketball, something that goes good with basketball is pizza. You can scan that QR code, $35 for a large meatball pizza. We use sales block 26. I mean, in this economy, $35 for a large pizza. Not going to pass that up, are you?
And that's breakfast, lunch, dinner,
Breakfast.
and then another lunch.
Cold pizza in the morning. Can't knock it.
What a treat.
What a treat.
What's your go-to flavour?
I like, from Sal's, I just love their cheese.
Nice.
I'm just a simple gal.
Nice.
You know, what about you?
I love a cheese chicken.
Yeah.
Quite simple.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Any pepperoni? You...
Look, if I'm starved, yep, but usually not the first, not the first choice.
Oh, how about their garlic knots?
Oh, stop it.
Ooh, might need to scan that QR code myself, Kayla. Get it on the way home.
We've got to go, guys. No.
Yeah. Kayla, you good to go? So second quarter's about to get underway. We've got Oak Chisholm, 8 points, leading the way for all scorers. Nico Hill up to 7. He's yet to miss, Kayla. 3 of 3 from the field.
Yeah, he's just got a confidence about him.
Jordan Cooper in for Taranaki Ears, and typically the Nuggets just running with a 5-man squad. Miller, Josen, Bardsley written in the lineup. McKenzie, these hard-wetter rims, there's kind of like a force field attached to them. They're just sticking at the moment. It's brilliant.
I typically missed all my shots there, so
Things have changed.
Yeah.
Things have changed. Hill, so much confidence in that shot. His first miss of the night. Go to Smiler. Rejects it. Humphrey is off and they go to McKenzie. McKenzie works on Samuel. Finds a lane. That's a pretty tough look over a strong Samuel. Gives him a little push off, Kayla. And finishes it off.
Man, Dane Samuel's one of those dudes. He's such a high skill player. He plays with the craftiness of a 1 or a 2, but got the size of a 3 or 4.
Nice pass over to Smiler. Smiler, a real miss from the 3-point land tonight. And McKenzie just getting into it a little bit. You know, maybe a little bit of frustration. Got bumped off by Samuel on that last play. You can kind of feel it a little bit, Kayla.
A little bit chippy there, indeed.
Just getting out lovely floor wipers in amongst. You ever do a bit of that?
Nah, but I did purchase Temu mop socks, and I reckon they'd go down a treat.
Are they actually, like, do they live up to the hype?
Absolutely. They were great.
I mean, kill 2 birds with 1 stone, right?
Right?
Tuda, a little bit in 2 minds about that pass, and Nico Hill can't finish it off. Chisholm hasn't missed one, so why not?
Got to do a bit of a rain check.
Samuel dancing with Chisholm. Steps back. Oh my goodness!
Ooh.
Like a bit of that, Kayla?
Samuel, ooh, that was nasty.
That is the second triple of the night. He's up to 8 points. And it's been really good for the Ears, I think, Kayla, having someone with the experience and the skill of Dane Samuel in tonight.
Yeah, he brings a real poise and composure to this side, and you know he can run 1 through 5 if he really wants to.
Hill goes into the body of Chisholm. Didn't like that call, but gives him a little dap anyway.
Really smart IQ play there from Hill. He knew he wasn't going to make the shot, but he got fouled on the floor and threw up a quick shot attempt, so he will go to the line for 2.
Nico Hill, of course, out of Taranaki, Otago High School graduate. Played with the Ears the last couple of years. It's a bit of NAIA basketball.
Yeah.
And of course, Angelo Hill, the one and only, being his pops.
Absolute legend. He's done a lot for the basketball community in Taranaki, and I know, preparing to go to college myself, he was someone that I talked to about, okay, what do you have to expect when you go over, and no doubt for a lot of these rapid guys, college might be, on the horizon for them, and it's really cool that, people can come back and play in this league, and this is quite a good preparation pathway actually for that.
100%. Yeah, it's great to see guys returning from college and being able to get meaningful reps in the Rapid League. And of course, we've seen some pretty talented collegiate athletes, preparing before they go overseas. Mana Martin from the Canterbury Rams has just gone over. And quite the campaign in Rapid League, Mana Martin, as has this guy, Toby Hunt.
Another young dude, right?
Yeah, he's chosen not to go overseas just yet, Toby Hunt, out of Oamaru. As Bailey could not get the finish. Hill couldn't grab the ball. Bailey completely unaffected by most things in life, it seems.
Oh, so nonchalant. He comes from a bit of a farming background, and he's just one of those guys, just such a hard worker, such a good dude, and will just get the job done, but pretty unfazed by his surroundings, I'd say.
That's the kind of teammate you want, that's for sure. Tudor giving his team a little bit of a jazz up. As go to Zach McKenzie as the point guard. Chisholm fires it over to Sepine. A little bit of a 2-3 zone action from the ears. Chisholm connects from downtown for his third triple of the night.
Fantastic adjustment from the Nuggets, finding that inside touch. As Bailey tries to respond on that one.
Smiler throws the extra to Hunt, who attacks that closeout. Can't get the finish. McKenzie somehow claws that one back. Working on Hill. Bumps him off. That is a tough move, Zach McKenzie.
Something I've been really impressed with this season so far, Maya, is the ability for young guys to finish off 2 feet. That's something that I think as the game's developing, it's actually a crucial part of, it's got to be in your bag that you have to be able to finish, gather contact, and then, finish strong.
Yeah, that was a great example of it there from Zach McKenzie, using his weight and his body. Gives Darnay Samuel a little cuddle as well.
Cute.
Yeah, very cute, guys. Wholesome. McKenzie, actually a boy out of Auckland. Dilworth school graduate, a couple of seasons with the Franklin Bulls. And has found a nice home here in Otago. Samuel now the one directing traffic. Hill, little no-look pass. And again, these two just really not connected, but Quinton Bailey, he's like, I'll do it myself.
Quinton's running back like, that was actually the game plan, guys.
Yeah, gotcha.
That was it.
Gotcha. Back to one possession game. The chance for the Nuggets here to extend the lead at half-time. Sepine controlling the pace here. Finds Chisholm. Well guarded by Bailey. Can't make much work here. McKenzie all alone. He will not connect. But nonetheless, the Nuggets walk into half-time with just a slim 2-point lead there, Kayla.
Slim 2-pointer, all right. Pretty quiet second half there. They really lit it up in the first. So both teams settling into a bit of a zone action, stretching out. So, they're going to try and, I think, defend more to the 3-point line as Nico Hill has nailed some of those, and Chisholm, he's been fantastic from beyond the arc. 11 points in 8 minutes of play is unreal. Samuel and McKenzie also grabbing 8 and 7, and good spread from the Nuggets side there. McKenzie as well grabbing 3 boards, and Nico Hill doing it on both ends, and Smiler as well being a presence inside, being one of those guards that gets those longer rebounds. As well, assists. McKenzie's doing it all, man. 2 assists there. Hunt with 2. Tipene with 2. So we can really see the stark contrast for this Nuggets team. They are moving the ball really well, making that extra pass. And then we have Hill grabbing 1 block.
Just a singular one. And a singular steal as well.
Just a singular, Maya.
Zach McKenzie a little bit humbler in his steals than he was last week against the Ears. He had 6 of those and 22 points. And 7 rebounds as well. We'll chuck that in there.
Just context.
Yeah.
6 steals in 40 minutes of play is unreal.
Yeah.
But 6 steals in 16 minutes of play. What is the math? Do it really, really quickly. 2, is it like
I don't know, you're the PhD
half a
student.
steal, like point, or like a steal every 2 minutes?
Yeah, essentially, right?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds, no one's
trying
going
to
to fact check
compute.
us, so yeah. Nonetheless, it's impressive, Kayla. I think we'll just settle on that. That is really
we'll
impressive.
We'll land it there.
And how about the crowd showing out for the Rapid League in Hawera? I mean, this must be one of the most exciting events that happens in Hawera each year.
No,
I'm
going to
joking,
need you to
I'm
back.
joking.
No.
I actually
We have
don't.
McDonald's.
I don't. And Anderson pies.
Yeah, and innocent pies. Oh, no, seen some familiar faces there, but so cool to see that games for the NBL are being played in Te Hawera. Growing up, it was just in New Plymouth, and someone who's small town, it's really cool when they can come to you, and it's just, you know, you don't know what kid's sitting in the crowd that might just need this inspiration and to
100%.
see high-level ball up close.
I mean, it's not only New Plymouth years, it's Taranaki years, right? So it's good to value the community, and yeah, it's so good for these young boys to show up and see, you know, a tangible role model and see who they could become.
Absolutely.
You could become Toby Hunt. Maybe. That's what a lot of people idolize to be.
Quentin Bailey.
Oh, absolutely. Look at him go right there, baby hook. That's bread and butter. Couldn't get the finish. It's a nice move though for Quentin Bailey.
Great move. That is his bread and butter indeed.
Smiler comes off that step up, and then they go flare for Hunt. Lovely basketball. Just couldn't quite execute on that final pass there, Kayla.
Yeah, great switching defense though from the ears. They read that like a book.
No good there for Riley Tudor. Another bite of the cherry. Hill finds Cooper. Back to Hill. He's cooled off a little bit since his hot start, Kayla.
Yeah, just needing a bit more ball movement, I think, from this ears team. More penetration into the key.
Nice slip out there from McKenzie. Samuel got a hand to it. Sam communicating with Jordan Cooper there, just giving him a little bit of veteran kind of advice.
Yeah, and it's such a confidence boost when you have someone like Samuel in your back line on defense as the guard.
Hunt skips it over to Chisholm. Chisholm, wowee. Let that one go pretty quickly.
Man, that was off 1 foot, Maya.
Yeah, I'm surprised he managed to catch it, let alone shoot
Yeah.
it. Samuel, yeah, a lot of confidence in that one. He's at 2, he's like, why not?
Man, it was early in the shot clock, which isn't ideal, but when you're feeling it, you got to shoot that thing.
Heat check. A little bit of a messy start to the Otago Nuggets offense. They go to Zach McKenzie, who has the advantage on Bailey, and they whistle him for a foul.
Yeah, I think the thing with Rapid, because it is so fast, not falling into the track meet and making sure teams still go into their sets, but yeah, it's so fast and intense on the floor, any Rapid game.
McKenzie, of course, outside of his 3x3 tutelage in Sal's NBL, he's also played in the Big V League over in Australia. Averaged 20 points and 9 rebounds in the season last year. Real solid numbers.
Great numbers.
Cooper, all alone, decides to throw one up, because why not? To no avail. Kinsey. Smiler. That's Chisholm. Spins and finds Tipine. Tipine gets Vea up in the air. Great move, just couldn't find an advantage. Offense not really flying for either side at the moment.
Yeah, both are trying to force actions that perhaps aren't there. The ball's just kind of moving around the perimeter, and yeah, I think just some more inside-outside action might open it up for them.
Vea. Hell. Working on Smiler. Couldn't find an advantage, and again, it's been a real tough start. Offensively, both teams not really able to execute. Just 1 point scored in the half. Sorry, in the quarter. McKenzie again. The drought continues. After a hot start, Kayla, as well. Nobody could miss. Maybe they've got them all out.
I think what we're seeing, because people are wide on the perimeter, there's I think for the past, actually majority of the game, it's just been 1 shot attempt per possession. If there was weak side rebounders or people inside, there would be 2 shot attempts, but it's been back and forth, and I think it's just largely been due to the fact that it's just been 1 shot attempt.
Doesn't help either. No good from the Chemist Warehouse. Nico Hill. He became the 3rd ear to score 200 Rapid League points last week. Of course, stats courtesy of the one and only Mike Lacey.
What a
Lacey
guy.
Lowdown. What a guy. What a legend.
Shout out to Lacey Lowdown. It's just been covering basketball for years now. It's so cool.
Yeah, his work for Aotearoa Basketball will never go unnoticed. So thank you, Mike, for your weekly rapid wraps and all the stats. Nuggets go out again by 5. Just ticking under a minute to go here in the 3rd quarter. Bayer, nice lift from the corner, gets it into Samuel. Samuel doubled. All the way over to Tudor. He's comfortable shooting that. Bang! And finally, something goes through the bottom of the net for the Taranaki Ears.
We know Tita can shoot that really well. He has 12 points per game, but yeah, awesome skip pass there from Samuel.
That is great basketball. Okay, Toby Hunt.
He did that so gracefully. Just swinging off the rim.
Didn't know he could get out like that, low-key, but I respect that.
Okay, Toby.
Can do a bit of everything, Toby Hunt. Samuel, just gonna pull that thing, because why not? It's no good, and the last possession, I was gonna say belongs to the Nuggets, but they get a look in trans, and an opportunity for one more look for the home team. Smiler, an intentional foul. I'm not actually sure why.
Play a timeout, perhaps? No.
I'm not exactly sure why they gave up that foul. Maybe he didn't mean to foul? I'm not sure.
Breather? Maybe?
Just need a sec.
Need a moment, please.
I know we're about to have quarter time, but I just need a moment. It's going to be a little bit of an adjustment on the clock. 11.2 seconds added? Or are we down to 1.2? I thought so.
Okay, all those micro milliseconds matter.
4.1. 4.1 we've landed on. So plenty of time here for the Ears to finish the quarter well. Go to Tudor. He's just hit one. And he hits another!
Boom! Shakalaka!
Okay, Charlie Dalton.
Yeah, I was going to say, as I was saying that, the words of Charlie Dalton just echoed in my mind. It just felt right. So shout out Charlie.
Shout out Charlie Dalton and shout out Riley Tudor. Back-to-back triples and really earns his way back into this one. The Ears, they only trail by 1, and this is interesting because this time a week ago when these two teams played each other in Dunedin, it was around about this, and then the Nuggets just took off in the 4th quarter and won by 10. So very much the business end for both sides here, Kayla.
Perhaps why Samuel's been inserted into this game, just needing that extra piece of energy or glue or scoring from him to just finish off that last quarter, and it can happen so quickly in these rapid games. So yeah, it's still anyone's game right now.
And every Rapid League game really does matter in terms of the table as well. There's a massive gridlock. You know, the top 3 are pretty solid where they are, but from 4 down to, you know, almost 8 and 9, that is anybody's game. And everything in terms of wins, points scored, and points against matters right now. So, you know, without these guys feeling a lot of pressure, what they do right now actually does matter.
Yeah, not only do these wins matter, but yeah, every single point that is scored matters. So, you know, people are needing to play to that last 4.1 seconds.
And that's why we sat here and watched that thing go up and down. 4 minutes left. The Nuggets, can they go back-to-back against the Ears? Or the Ears, they respond and start to climb out of 10th place on the Rapid League ladder. 5 wins on the trot for the boys in yellow. Chisholm, great move, big time. I was gonna say big time block. Bailey whistled for yet another foul, shaking his head at Sam McFadzean.
He did get up. It almost looked like a bit of a hip bump in the air, bit of twisting happening, but yes, he will go to the line for 2 kuru tau tuku. Koira te kupu Māori mo free throw, kuru tau tuku.
Like I mentioned, Oak Chisholm out of Otago Boys High School. Was with the Nuggets last year, has played all the way through the rep scene as a junior with Otago. Just played the one Rapid League game last year with the Nuggets and has been an integral part of their squad this year. And second from the Chemist Warehouse. Cooper running the point guard spot. Samuel Hill. Like that confidence from Nico Hill.
Yeah, good secondary offense there, just coming off a little handoff.
Hunt, so much gravity with a shot fake. Keep it in play here. Spacing gone a little bit haywire. Can't execute, can tip in it. Samuel into Bailey, McKenzie whistled for a foul, and those two have really been going at it today.
They have, and I was just thinking perhaps that 3-on-3 tendency as well. The physicality can slide a lot more there, but no, those are a good matchup, those two.
Hill has McKenzie on him. Found the advantage. Gets his offensive rebounds. Tripped away by Smiler though. Hunt skips it over to Chisholm. Chisholm, time and space. Man, there's a bit of physicality going on here, Kayla.
I was going to say that was a great box out and it just continued happening, but good effort there from Cooper.
Yeah, Smiler did give him a little something, but Cooper a little bit too much on the box out.
The first half was good, and then when it kept, I guess you just can't keep pushing them out.
And you can't necessarily hold on to them,
no.
Unfortunately. As tempting as it is, chance for the Nuggets here to extend their lead. Tudor steals that one away. A chance in transition now, blocked away by Chisholm. Big time block.
Man, good effort from Chisholm. You love the energy that he plays with, making sure he gets back.
Tudor, how about that heads-up play? Didn't quite make it work, Kayla, but how creative was that?
I love that. I always love those looks where you can try and expose the defender somehow. It's the right idea.
Probably not quite enough space to execute that one with, unfortunately.
Do you make that play if you see the back of a defender
sometimes
at the baseline?
I feel like if the help defender isn't as close. You know, there was another defender kind of in the way.
Yeah.
But I don't mind a bit of that cheekiness.
Man, I love it. Anytime I have a clean back, yep.
They'll never do that again, you know? Great move, Toby Hahn. That is tough. Just couldn't get the finish. And now he has the chance to go in transition. A couple of turnovers in these last possessions. It's been a little bit messy, Kayla. Great block. Hill. Again, just not a lot of execution in these last couple of minutes. McKenzie. Another turnover.
Yeah, it's falling into that track meet thing where people are just playing rushed and quite quick. We've seen shots go up quite early in the shot clock as well. So a chance here for the Ears to walk the ball up and get into one of these sets.
Cooper. Tudor, he's hit 2 in a row. Short occasion.
Great pin down action though there. It's a good shot.
Chisholm finds Tippinette. Finds McKenzie, and McKenzie finds the bottom of the net.
Big shot there from McKenzie, pushing the team lead out to 7 here.
13 points now for McKenzie. He leads all scorers tonight, and he's got 8 rebounds to go alongside that. Big response from Cooper.
Great work from Cooper. He's been a great insertion off the bench.
Trail by just 4 now, the Ears. 2 possessions in it. Nuggets, of course, not on any rush. Tipene finds Hunt. Hunt, nice drop off. Great execution.
Yeah, great extra pass and just great positioning there from Mackenzie. It takes a skill for your big man to just be in the right spot at the right time.
Hill, a lot of pressure down the end here. And Hill frustrated to miss that one.
It can actually be difficult when you hit your first 2 or 3 shots. And then if you start missing after that, it's really hard to get out of that rut. But he's taking good shots.
Yeah, especially, you know, given time and score. The Nuggets now feel no rush as they lead by 6. Adam pressuring Chisholm. Kenzie. Tipene turns the corner. Foul whistled on Cooper. I believe that'll be 2. Of course, 3 fouls are the bonus here in Rapid League, so a couple of attempts here from Tipene at the Chemist Warehouse stripe, and you don't want to call anything too early, Kayla, but a couple of made free throws here will surely help the Nuggets.
Yeah, that only leaves probably 2 to 3 possessions, maybe 4 possessions shot attempts. So yeah, Nuggets looking pretty comfortable as we come in here to the end of this game.
Tipene, the 20-year-old out of Otago. Is that a little behind the back?
I was just going to say,
it.
is that a pre-free throw ritual?
I don't mind that.
Us hoopers are quite ritualistic when it comes to free throws.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, no.
Look out below. Zach McKenzie, his second dunk of the game, and it's a 9-point lead for the Nuggets. That's pretty convincing. Samuel splits the Red Sea. Foul whistled against Zach McKenzie.
Nuggets have done a good job not being in foul trouble, and that's meaningful at the end of late games when, you know, the other team wants to draw a foul but can't get to the line because they haven't fouled.
Cooper. Did a good job to get his footing. And Chisholm will slow this one up. Hunt finds Chisholm. Chisholm is going to pull it anyway. Yes, they have to go. Great pass from Samuel. Again, every point counts. Tuda, he couldn't finish it.
Unlucky. Absolute dime from Samuel.
Such a frustrating feeling. They couldn't call a jump ball. They didn't know who was off. That's what you go to when the referees cannot decide. And one last shot attempt here from the Taranaki Ears. They go to Samuel. Samuel will pull it, will not connect, and for the second time in a row, the Otago Nuggets get their 6th win in a row in Rapid League, 43-34.
Yeah, quite deflating there for the Ears. Unfortunately, such a strong start in the first quarter, but just couldn't pull through the depth of the Nuggets side, led by Mackenzie as well. Such a versatile scorer, 15, about a point a minute. And Nico Hill had such a strong start, more quiet towards the end, but still dropped a 10-piece. And Chisholm as well was awesome from beyond the arc with 12. Rebounds, 9 rebounds for Mackenzie's. Almost got a double-double in 16 minutes. Nico, once again, had a great presence inside, and Smiler as well. Samuel grabbing 3 boards in addition. And yet again, Mackenzie on the top of the scoring board, but this time with the assists. Hunt and Tipene as well, 3 each. So you can just see assists really won the Nuggets this game. They made the extra pass, they found their teammates, and they just got it done. Nico Hill as well, grabbing 2 blocks, and Cooper 2 steals. He was fantastic down the stretch for this Ears side. Young guard, he was quite secure with the ball and shot those open shots when he had them. So a great effort there from the Ears, but the Nuggets just nudging forward, Maya.
Yeah, so exciting to see for the Otago Nuggets just how well their Rapid League team have performed, and that's contributing to where they stand on the ladder. Big one coming up here. The Ears and the Nuggets, they rematch after just 6 days essentially between drinks for the two. It's an exciting one just after 4:30 here on Sky Sport. Do not go anywhere. We'll see you soon.
All right, we're going into the cell from the award, currently underway. So we have roughly about 25 minutes until tip-off, so get ready everyone. Thank you for in the mix for a bit of a time. We do have some nice men outside. Also for those bus splits young, Taranaki young children. We do have bouncing castles around in the next room. So whilst you're waiting for that 25 minutes, if you'd like to take your kids around there, please feel free to go and enjoy festivities around that room. chicken. We're going to make our way around the crowd right now. We're going to try to find our dress, Taranaki fans. And a few last seconds. Your seats will be upgraded to be sitting in courtside, just up behind the far hoop over there. So we're going to make our way around in the next minute. So if you want your seats to be upgraded, please make sure you have your Taranaki ears here ready to go. 1 minute.
Kia ora iti whanau, no mai haere mai. Welcome into round 12 of the NZNBL. For your Saturday afternoon, what better than to watch some hoops? It is the Taranaki Ears hosting the Otago Nuggets in the one and only Hawera. The crowd filling out on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. Maya Williamson joined by the queen of Hawera herself, Kayla Manu Irirangi. Welcome in, Kayla.
Tēnā koe e hoa o tira, tēnā tātou katoa, nau mai, haere mai ki taku kāinga, te Hawera, all the way in South Taranaki. We have an Ears Nuggets matchup, 67% already in the Nuggets' favour, Maya.
Well, I'm not surprised because 7 days ago these two played each other and it was the Nuggets who snuck away 91-87 down at Otipoti, Dunedin. Completely different atmosphere here in Hawera, and of course a chip on the shoulder for the Taranaki Ears who will look to go one better. And Kayla, they'll be confident in the fact that they could have had that game.
Yeah, we're playing at home as well. There's a huge advantage there, but the Ears know that they can get this team. And you know, who would you rather be? Would you rather be the Ears with a chip on your shoulder or the Nuggets who you know you can get the job done?
You'd be pretty happy if you're the Nuggets at the moment. They have climbed up into 5th. They are 6-8 after that win last week. Of course, the Nelson Giants and the Wellington States still currently playing, Kayla. An exciting overtime thriller for the first game on Saturday. So there is bound to be a little bit of movement in this ladder. We'll circle back to this later once the game has finished. And then you can see there, the Taranaki Ears at 8. But there is so much gridlock. You can see 7 through to 9, 5 wins. And it's the same between 5 and 4-3 as well, Kayla. So, you know, there's a lot of movement and gridlock. So every game matters for these two teams.
Totally, lots happening, lots of moving pieces. And we know we got teams like the Ears knocking out the Sharks in one game a couple nights ago. So it's anyone's game still.
Here's what the rest of your weekend looks like, and then into round 13. The Bulls and the 5, again a must-win game for those two. The Rams play the Hawks, and then the Giants play the Tuatara. A very quick turnaround for the Giants. Of course, their game on Friday postponed to today, so a bit of a tough travel on the road for the Giants. And then the Sharks and the Rams in a blockbuster matchup, a top of the table one at that, to kick off your round 13. And of course, there's a couple of players missing from either side on national team duties as the FIBA window reoccurs. As we take a look at the starting five for the Otago Nuggets, Tatapaese, Tuarch, Mola, Rusbatch and Louis. And Kayla, it's really been Craig Mola and Ethan Rusbatch who have been the engines behind this Otago Nuggets offense.
Yeah, Captain Rusbatch, he is averaging about 18 points per game. Fantastic leader for the side, and Mola has been huge, not only scoring-wise, but on the boards as well.
Yeah, averaging a double-double, Craig Mola, and the guy who leads the pack for them all, we caught up with Elaine Louis before the game.
Facing off against an Ayers team that you and the Nuggets were able to hold off on your home court just 7 days ago, what are the key areas of the Taranaki attack are you and the Ayers focused on showing your opponent down today as you look to take the season series 2-0?
I mean, those guys are good players. We're not trying to shut them down. We're just trying to make it harder on them and just deal with their speed and their length.
Turning the focus onto the Nuggets' offensive attack against the Ayers, where you had 3 double-figure scorers who set the table with 9 assists on the day. What areas of the court will you be looking to feed your teammates today to get them and the Otago offense rolling?
I mean, our scorers are good scorers, so I don't have to do much to get them going. Just give them the ball when they're there, but we just need to be consistent with what we do, and we're going to give ourselves a chance to win.
I think consistency is the key word there, Kayla, because for the Nuggets, their defense has never been an issue. It's been the offense, and last week they output 91 points, which they would have been very happy with and are looking to do again.
Huge. They really rely on the inside-outside action, using their point guard, who's great facilitating their inside presence and finding their shooters on the perimeter.
Here is the starting five for the Taranaki Ayers, the home team. Cook Jr., Stroud, Jones, Green and Moores. The addition of Marcel Jones into their starting five rather than Darnay Samuel tonight, Kayla.
Yes, the 40-year-old Jones making an appearance in his first start on the season. Samuel will not be starting this game, so a different look for this side, but he brings a wealth of experience.
And he's been so good for Taranaki Ayers this season in terms of his shooting. He's averaging just under 11 points per game and shooting the three at 37%. Not bad for a guy who's been in the South NBL for quite some time now. And the guy who is the engine behind this offense, he had a massive night last week against the Otago Nuggets. Is that guy there on your screen? Aaron Cook Jr., we caught up with him earlier today.
You've got the Nuggets in a return match after just facing off a week ago, and the Nuggets were able to get going offensively to the tune of 91 points. How can you and the Ayers make a bigger impact with your defense today?
Well, I want to take a quick moment to shout out my teammate Darnay. Played a game called Netflix Boggle. He beat me 17 times in a row, so I had to do this real quick. But yeah, don't play him in Boggle. He's pretty good. But to answer your question, defensively, I think the biggest thing is just understanding the matchups, understanding that, you know, they're a team that likes to cut, that likes to move, so we have to be ready to switch and just be on point at all times, just knowing that what their strengths are and try and take those things away.
Offensively, the Ayers and yourself found quite a bit of success. After taking a look at the film of last week's match, where do you and the Ayers think the opportunities lie for today's game?
I think we had a lot of success in the last game down in the post. I think going to Darnay, Sel, especially James Moores, you know, all of those guys, just making the best out of our post players. But again, being able to move around them, be ready to shoot. They tried to force us to shoot a lot of threes, so we got to find a way to get into the paint, even though they're trying to force us to shoot threes.
But a Netflix Boggle?
We even had to Google that, ladies and gentlemen. We didn't even know what that was.
Yeah, I didn't. I actually had the physical Boggle game as a kid, but I've never had the interactive Netflix game. And obviously, Aaron Cook Jr. isn't quite experienced because Darnay Samuel beat him 17 times. A great fact to know.
Yeah, we almost need to add it to the scoring display that you can see up there, as we have the Nuggets pretty close there on scoring margin, just 3 points in it. Defensively, the Ayers are just conceding 90 points, so they'll need to make sure they lock down and find those perimeter shooters like Rusbatch on the outside. Both teams coming off a loss as well. We know last game the Ayers lost to this Nuggets side. I believe it was 87-91, 4 points in it, so anyone's game. We can see this key matchup with Moores and Mola, both averaging 10 rebounds per game, both around 15 points. These two players are the key for their team. The offense is run through them, and they are the ones that give them those second chance opportunities with those boards that they grab. And so it's going to be interesting to see. And, you know, Mola, he pulled down 28 points and 10 rebounds last game.
Yeah, he was unstoppable, Mola, and was the key to their win against the Ears just 1 week ago. And, of course, there's been a much quicker turnaround for the Otago Nuggets. They are on a little bit of a road slide at the moment. They had the Jets on Thursday evening and dropped that one 104-97. Again, a better scoring display from this side, which they'll be very encouraged about. But the legs, you know, they may not be as fresh as the Ears, who have had a week to prepare.
Yeah, can't underestimate the freshness of legs, just 3 nights in it. And being on the road as well, things like not being in your own bed and not having your own regular recovery systems on the road. So those things as well will be crucial for the Nuggets.
Yeah, your match officials, Marky Graham, Sam McFadzean and Kobe Lucas, to be at the helm of the whistle this evening, as we see our crowd starting to pack out, young boys getting amongst, looking at their idols. The fans showing out here in the one and only Hawera. And the volunteers doing the mahi.
Getting the treats,
ladder out.
Yeah.
Far out.
Another ladder.
And of course the Ears in their patent striped home outfit. And the blue for the Otago Nuggets.
And SpongeBob.
And oh, wow,
Look, couldn't afford the mascot tonight, I'm guessing, so SpongeBob was a
That's
close
what you get.
second. Man, shout out to that kid, though.
No, that is the most creative ball boy I've seen all season.
That made my day.
That's almost as good as when Michael Fitchin's daughter ran out and then went for the high five and then swatted away from the opposite player.
Crazy, I missed that.
Yeah, some iconic stuff from the daughter of Fitch, but we're underway here in Hawera, and the Otago Nuggets with the first possession. I like this Elaine Louis and Cook Jr. matchup, Kayla. As Tuach attacks straight away on Jones. It's been a much quieter season offensively for Tuach compared to 2024, but I like that he's getting involved early.
Yeah, totally. And back to that matchup with those guards, I really like the comparison they have. One is pass first guard, one's a shoot first guard. So interesting to see how they go. And speaking of shooting first, nails that first one, does Tuach from the corner.
Fatapaesi getting his second start so far for the Nuggets as Green back cuts, but to no avail, just couldn't quite connect there.
Yeah, just caught it below the kneecap, making sure that's quite a hard one to catch.
Really quick sub here, Kayla. Stroud has come out immediately, and Hill is going to get in. I'm unsure of if there's anything behind that or just some sort of strategy.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Louis just puts Cook Jr. in a bit of a weight room situation, and Tuach misses the bunny.
Getting used to those rims too, probably.
Jones, Jr. Again, emphasis on this inside game for the Ears tonight. Moores has what you could call the mismatch on Mola, but does a heck of a job. Green dancing with Louis. Can't make it work, and that's a great defensive position for the Nuggets. Just 1 second on the shot clock.
Yeah, great position. We know Green as well likes to drive downhill. They usually initiate their offense off that, but good to see them finding Moores inside early on.
Gonna have to get it up and tip it in. Jones lets it go with enough time. Won't connect, and Moores just a rebounding powerhouse, but can't find the bottom of the net just yet.
What a matchup with those two, such size and physicality inside.
That's a Paesi. Attacks on Moores. That's an easy block for the big man. Rusbatch finds the lane, attacks the closeout. Again, a couple of buddies missed. People, let's just say they're getting used to the ropes.
Yeah, a bit of a scrambly start here as Hill will look to nail that. He was hitting a few in that rapid game earlier.
Rusbatch gets it back from Mola. He finds some space, Rusbatch, and Cook Jr. immediately arguing the call, but that is veteran stuff there from Ethan Rusbatch.
Yeah, IQ for sure from Rusbatch. Knew where the defense was and just, you know, took contact. We'll go to the line for 3.
Looks not his first rodeo.
At all.
debuted in the NZNBL in 2012, played for the Ears actually in 2013. He's bounced around the Rams, the Hawks, Franklin Bulls. So good that he's found a home here in Otago and has had a heck of a season, Kayla.
Yeah, and shout out, you know, to him for that longevity, being able to maintain such a high level of ball, you know, since 2012. That's super impressive.
Averaging 16 points per game, a team high. He's shooting the three at 36%. As Cook Jr. to lead the offense. He had a massive game against the Nuggets last week as Marcel Jones gets the scoring underway. 28 points, 6 rebounds and 4 assists for Cook Jr. last evening. Sorry, a week ago. Up to Paese, blocked again by Marcel Jones this time. Look, I like that he's creating.
Yeah, for sure.
And is that a little bit of a welcome to the league moment from Marcel Jones?
Don't sleep on Marcel Jones, though. He's been around for a minute now.
Green, a rebound. Works on Rusbatch, who does a pretty good job, and it's another miss from the field for the Ears. Mola looking to work against Cook Jr. Stands his ground and shuffles his feet, does Mola.
Yeah, just a real scrambly start here in this game. I think a key for this Ears side is trying to speed this Nuggets team up. They like to play fast, and the Nuggets, they like to play controlled basketball, get into their half-court sets.
And I think the key here that Cook Jr. highlighted, aside from the boggle stuff, is that they're looking to get inside tonight. There's a clear mismatch in terms of Jones, Moores, and Samuel. So it'll be interesting, Kayla, how they can really attack the paint rather than settle for outside shots.
Yeah, for sure.
Great job, Nico Hill. That was a foul call. The Nuggets will go the other way. ASC. Louis gets it back. He's wide open. Rusbatch is like, shoot it.
Yeah.
And for good reason, Kayla.
We love to see that. Louis is such a selfless point guard. Typically pass first, but just forcing that Ears offense to be scrambled there.
Yeah, speaking of pass first, Aaron Cook Jr. was so selfless, he passed it to no one.
He's shoot first.
Straight into the bench, unfortunately. I believe that score is, that is correct, 8-2. The Nuggets have had a good start here offensively. Louis, Cook Jr., great point guard matchup. Louis just bodying Cook Jr. Can't find the beneficiary at the rim. And now that he has a chance to go in transition, they try to go to Moores. They can't execute. Mola is guarding his yard tonight.
Yeah, good work from Mola. He held his position and just didn't make that catch easy for him, so great work.
Mola, of course, a very experienced Australian, 31 years of age now, and he's played in the ANBL 6 seasons, Sydney and Melbourne. ISE thought about it. Samuel and Shroud back in the game. Cook Jr. has time and space, and what an energizer bunny Aaron Cook Jr. is.
In his rhythm, shoot first, and that's what he does. Great, just in rhythm on the run three there.
Shooting is a touch under 40% from three this season, Aaron Cook Jr. Rusbatch uses the shot fake, finds Mola, doesn't have a lot of space, gets it off, but to no avail, and here comes that pace from the Ears. He's hit one, he's feeling it, no luck. Moores so good on the boards, it does fall to the Nuggets eventually, and Tuwach through the lane. Man, these rims are not friendly tonight.
Bouncy, yes, have played there before myself, can confirm, but you know, basketball, you've got to get used to the different environments.
They're really trying to go to Moores here, Kayla.
Yeah, not easy with Mola right there though.
Tuwach, the speed mismatch on Dane Samuel. Bit of a dog's breakfast, as Glenn Lama would call it. We'll slow things down here. Louis, just doing the little things, and it's going to be Nuggets possession.
Such a chippy start from both sides. Nuggets probably pretty fatigued being on the road, and the Ears really hunting down this win. But yeah, neither side able to get into any good sort of offensive flow at the moment, Maya.
Well, the good thing about these two teams, Kayla, is they played each other a week ago. So it's a lot easier to play someone when you actually really know what they like to do, what their style is. And I mean, you'll have a lot of experience in this in terms of playing collegiate basketball and all of that. Like, you get used to the scout, and now it's about how you can adjust.
Totally. That whole week leading into any game is just locking down on, who their players are, and even, practice players will pretend to be the other team. So your mindset is locked in on what they do well.
That is something that they tried to discourage a lot of. The Ears are, without sounding too critical, one of the worst three-point shooting teams in the league, and they settled for a lot of those last week. So it'll be a little bit of an adjustment and a coaching point this week, I'm sure. Miller Jose in the game, and you can always count on him to deliver a highlight play.
Man, punch the air, why not? That was a nice little scoop shot there, but Bailey.
Nice little turnaround, little baby hook from Bailey. We've seen that one or two times before in the Sal's NBL.
Bit of a lost art of basketball, Maya. Baby hook.
I love it. Louis. It's too much. Back to Louis. The speed mismatch on Bailey. Looks to dance with him, it does. Bailey tips it away. Louis, second time, again. Bailey, not in Hawera, he says.
Quinton's just getting his block stats up this game.
Stroud attacking on Tuach. Great move. Stroud just had to make something happen offensively. It's been a slow start for both teams, but specifically the Taranaki Ears, Kayla, 5 points.
Yeah, well, back to your three-point percentage, the Ears, their identity is they've got really athletic guards that like to slash and get to the rim. The trouble with that is if it's early in the shot clock, doesn't give time for your big man inbounding the ball to be under the rim to get the rebound if it misses. So they do so well at getting to the rim. But yeah, it can be hard if the lane's clogged or there's no secondary rebounders there.
Yeah, that was a hard one in terms of execution, but Stroud, of course, getting the foul. So goes to the Chemist Warehouse. He makes the first one from the Chemist Warehouse and goes good on the second as well. He's shooting it at just under 64% from the field, averaging 19 points per game, 7.5 rebounds, and 5 assists. Brandon Stroud, very versatile. Russ Batch attacks Samuel, finds the pull-up. That is lovely basketball.
Picture perfect. Love a mid-range pull-up. Russ Batch, so effective.
Cook Jr. finds Bailey. Bailey into Samuel. Just bullying Katapaisi out the way. Double dribble. You don't see that very often.
Don't.
A very calm response from Darnay Samuel. And let's just say, Kayla, it's been a good defensive start for both teams because 12 plays 7 with 3 minutes to go in the quarter. I mean, it's not exactly the offensive performance both teams are dreaming of.
Absolutely. And I was just going to say only 1 foul each, but now 2 and 1. So they're just working really hard and trying to play clean ball too.
You used the word before, chippy, and I think that's a great word to describe how both these teams play. You know, they go at it, they do the little things, they have players who are, you know, big personalities and energizer bunnies, and we can anticipate this game is going to go back and forth in that regard as we see our first time out, and probably a needed one at that, Kayla.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of stagnantness and just, lots of shot attempts as well that are just rimming out or just not quite getting in, whether that's down to fatigue or, we are approaching round 13 on this, 16-round season. So there is that, that ongoing fatigue throughout the season where it's just staying locked in, and it ends up being a long season. So how are they feeling at the moment? But yeah, that can often be the reason stuff gets quite chippy and messy.
Yeah, and these Taranaki Ears in specific, the energy is what really gets them going. They actually dropped to, I believe it was over 20 points to the Nuggets in that game. And then it was their imports who just turned the switch. And you could just see them going, and it brought them back. So they're going to need a lot of that tonight, especially energy from the home crowd.
Yeah, they're a team that loves momentum runs and that spark whether that comes from one defensive steal, a three-point shot, can be anything, whether that's the bench cheering, but they're definitely a momentum side, and when they're playing fast, when they're playing physical, and when they're disrupting defenses particularly, that's when the Ears look their best.
Bardsley in the game as well for the Nuggets. Rusbatch can't find an advantage. Katapesi going to go himself. Finds a lane, knocks down a tough shot.
These Nuggets guards love that mid-range pull-up. It's kind of a slept-on kind of thing, but so underrated.
Junior, Adam. Samuel has the mismatch with Bardsley. He did what he could, Bardsley, but sometimes you just got to give up a foul.
Yeah, totally. Samuel was ready to back him down, though.
Yeah, you don't want to be the one getting back down on by Darnay Samuel, because that is a big boy. The Wellington native, Darnay Samuel. Great to see him back in the Sal's NBL.
Yeah.
Had 3 seasons with the Wellington Saints. Hasn't played since 2024. They're going to go with a shooting foul. Interesting. Darnay Samuel will be happy with that.
He'll take it.
Of course, he has previously played in both the ANBL and then a couple of seasons in the Japanese league as well, where a lot of Kiwis have resided. Judd Flavel recently been named head coach of a team over there. And they're called the Brave Warriors, so he's decided to nickname them Up the Brave Wars.
I thought you were going to say Braveheart, but that's way better.
Up the Brave Wars, how good's that? Bring it to Japan.
That's good.
Make it worldwide, why not?
That's good.
That's some great stuff from Judd Flavel.
Yeah. Great work, Judd.
I see. Little peep in a step after that pull-up jumper. Tries to get to his spot again. McKenzie in the game too. Can't go to Rusbatch. It's been a messy possession offensively. Tatapaesi cannot save it. And the Ears a chance to push. They go to Samuel again. Moores hasn't hit a 3 yet this season. Rusbatch. Messi again. Stroud. Again, that's what they like to do. Like you mentioned earlier, Kayla, they love to disrupt defensively, but you have to be careful how you do it.
Yeah, definitely. Giving up a foul in just the open court like that is quite hard when it wasn't, you know, going for the ball.
Just the first personal foul on Stroud. And we'll just have to be careful here. Sparrow in his first season at helm of the Otago Nuggets. The doctor of defense, he coins himself. Kenzie floats it up to Tuarch. A bit of haywire spacing. Tuarch finds his way eventually. Potentially 2 on Stroud. We'll get some confirmation on who that actual foul was on.
Feels like so far in this game, neither team are really getting the shots that they really want to get.
That one's got to be on Stroud, I believe, Kayla. It's 2 if it is.
Back-to-back fouls.
And he's come off, so that is definitely not what the doctor ordered for Taranaki Ears. And yeah, correct. Doesn't really feel like either team is really deciding offensively. They're just taking whatever they can get to try and make something work. But a crowd trying to off-put it. Boy Tuarch from the Chemist Warehouse makes it count, though. Nice bit of pressure here from the Nuggets. They slow the Ears down, and it works. Moores likes this matchup with Miller Jose. Nice little bit of footwork, and finally gets the unfriendly rims to go.
Yeah, just a good bump there, getting him off his back, going to work.
Miller Jose rejects the handoff, blocked away by James Moores. Louis, Bardsley, Tuarch. Doesn't mind it from downtown. He doesn't make it count on that occasion. And I like the hustle from Bardsley, but it is a shot clock violation.
Yeah, and Samuel had his hand down on that one. I think he was giving him a bit of a green light just to see how he was going to go on that one.
You just see Tuarch slightly hesitate, and then I think that probably resulted in the air ball.
Sometimes it's harder to shoot a wide open three than it is a contested one.
Especially if Samuel is there with a hand down.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a mind game right there.
Yeah, mind game.
Green, great wall up from Miller Joes. Uh-oh, here we go. Are we going to get a highlight play? Absolutely not, we aren't. But love that from Zach McKenzie. First to the floor, Cook Jr. just steals it out of his hands.
Are we commentating rugby?
Yeah, just getting a bit of whiplash from these last possessions.
Yeah.
Final one here, they go through Cook Jr.
Ooh.
McKenzie, probably a smart foul.
Smart idea from Cook Jr. as well. Fell on the floor, but decided to throw it up, try and get a shot attempt.
McKenzie really didn't want to be the one guarding Cook Jr. at the end of that possession, and fair enough. 4 seconds. They inject a shooter. Riley Tudor had a couple of big-time triples in their Rapid League outing. They somehow get it in. It goes to Hill. Hill finds a bit of space. He won't connect. Big heave from Bardsley. And it's no good. The Nuggets, after a interesting first quarter of action, they lead 16-11. We'll take a quick break and be right back here on Sky Sport. No mai hoki mai, iti whānau, and welcome back to Hāwera, hosting yourselves NBL on your Saturday afternoon. And before we get into any business, the more important stuff around here, pizza. The large meatball pizza, $35 a pop. You can scan that QR code to use South Block 26 as your online code, valid until Tuesday. Maya Williamson and Kayla Manuirirangi alongside, and I've decided it's just best to say this has been an ugly game.
Yeah, we were saying it's quite chippy, and it just feels like it's actually really low assist rate at the moment, so almost like people are just forcing. But speaking of which, actually no.
That is how the game has gone so far. You think someone's just going to make a wide open layup, and no.
I think they got some snow on the top of it, that ball, because it was so high. But
surprised it didn't hit the roof.
Blocked from underneath, I think it was.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there for Bards. They probably got just a little bit too excited.
Hit a trampoline?
Something like that. The slippery eel, they call him. Maybe it just slipped out of his hands. And as well, Kayla, these rims are tough. They seem bouncy, and you could speak to this a little bit more, having played here for a lot of your junior life.
Yes.
Both teams shooting, well, the Taranaki is 18% from the field and 22 for the Nuggets.
Yeah. Low percentage. A lot of the ball is just going in and out. But one of the things, the hoops are fine. I think it's just quite rushed and frantic. Whether it's more of a weather thing, I know, it's the Manamataka, it's a new moon phase. I know the weather has been all over the show, but not for Marcel Jones.
He's like, I don't care if it's rainy, sunshine, windy or not. He's going to knock it down from 3, and that is a much-needed bucket for the Years. They bring it back to 2, and just good for them to get a bit of momentum. Moller, he's been quiet thus far and
There we go.
finds his groove, and you can kind of feel the energy start to shift here, Kayla.
Yeah, got some good high-quality shots in. So I'm sure those quarter-time discussions from coach were big, and a beautiful dish there from Jones. My gosh. For anyone who hasn't seen the More Than a Game doco with LeBron James, you will actually see Marcel Jones in one of the final clips playing against LeBron James in high school.
No way.
Way.
That is insane. That is so cool. That'd be my claim to fame if I was Marcel
Yeah,
Jones.
man. I'll put that on the resume.
Great bucket there from Ethan Rusbatch as well. Taking a bit of a scoring load on his shoulders as Hill, a massive hand in his face, and doesn't connect. Tuach had a really hot start. Moller, 28 points against the Ears last evening, and oh my!
My gosh.
How did he make that?
Give him 4 points for that one. 'Cause
Yeah.
wow, I have no idea. That was flat as a pancake.
It was absolutely ridiculous. Another three-point attempt missed. And Kayla, we spoke about this pre-game, and so did Aaron Cook Jr. as well. Nuggets want, speaking of three-point shots, the Nuggets want the Ears to take those kind of shots because the Ears struggle from three. And right now, the Ears are taking the bait, and the Nuggets are too, but the difference is they're making them.
Yeah, basketball is so one of those games of defensively, you're trying to get the offense to shoot shots that they don't want to shoot. And the Ears are falling into that trap of shooting the three, maybe because it's open or quite early in the shot clock. But for this Ears team, I think it's coming back to their identity. What do we do well for them? When they run, when they get out in transition, when they push the tempo. You know, Marcel Jones has been, you know, coming into really good form actually later in this season, and this is a real chance for him to show some leadership and really just reunite his team and bring them back to what they do well. And it's very much that is finding what do we do well and how do we do that as much as possible.
And it's probably not a whole lot of three-point shooting, which is okay if that's not your identity. They shoot at just 29% on the season. That is last in the league. And they're last in their three-point makes as well at 7.8. Never going to discourage anyone from shooting, of course, if it's the right shots, but it's working much more for the Otago Nuggets. They've scored 10 points already in the quarter. And they've got about to a double-digit lead. But this doesn't faze the Ears.
No.
They like this kind of stuff, I think.
They're very much underdog mentality, and we know that they can really give teams good runs. It's just whether they can piece those four quarters together.
Green surveys before attacking. Couldn't get the finish. Moller take the cake on that one, and Green heads straight for the Chemist Warehouse. Jones is like, hold up, come back here.
You know, anytime a team comes together after a foul is real positive. The worst thing a coach can see is free throw shot and there's 5 players just disconnecting and not even talking to each other. So positive signs there from Jones's leadership.
And that's that leadership that you alluded to as well in the timeout. As great to see Green getting involved offensively as well. 15.6 points per game, shooting at 75% from Chemist Warehouse out of Virginia. He's played in
Huge
Norway.
program.
Yeah, Norway, Finland, Switzerland as well. And makes these commentators curse. Yep, classic.
We all do it, Maya, we all do it.
My baddie, I should have learned by now, but you know, keep doing it. Keep them on their toes.
Keep doing it, man.
Louis, nice patience out of the post here. They go to Paesi. Paesi as well. Patient guard. Oh, great footwork, Paesi. Just couldn't get the finish, but I like it from the young man.
Yeah, a bit of a Fisher and Paykel spin there.
Okay. Okay, Kayla.
I know my washing machines are right, Maya. Don't sleep on me.
Bit of a niche knowledge to have, but I like it.
Yeah, that's the only brand. Samsung is a brand of washing machine, but we're not here to talk about washing machine brands, are we?
I'm here to talk about Brandon Stroud because he is an energizer bunny at that. He's come back into the game on 2 fouls, and you can just see the energy. He really helps that shift for the Ears.
Huge shift, and when he gets out in transition, that's a great look. Nails that first one there.
Just a young gun, Brandon Stroud, just 24 years of age out of Georgia. obviously has had his collegiate career, and he had his debut professional league in Finland, averaged 28.8 points per game and just under 9 rebounds as well. So just a second pro season so far in his career, and Lane Louis back down the other end turns on that scoring mentality that we don't see very often.
Yeah, I love when he is more aggressive. Something that you're seeing, you know, OG point guards, I'm thinking of your Steve Nashes or in that kind of era, typically point guards fell into that pass-first mentality where their role was to facilitate the ball and shoot the shot if it was open. And it's cool to see, you know, players like Louis who are pass-first to look for these shots when the opportunity's there.
Do it all, Louis. Like you mentioned, 10 points per game, just under 3 rebounds and 6 assists. Shooting it at 44% from the field. Just 55% from the Chemist Warehouse, though, as we see he misses both of those. But Bardsley doing the 1%ers. That's a Paesi. Likes it from 3. No good, and big rebound for Cook Jr. Directing traffic, Cook Jr. Samuel surveying. Puts back to basket and just works against McKenzie. Not much you can do with that situation.
Yeah, that's a bad man, Samuel. He loves to back someone down. One-on-one opportunity. He's so good at looking over his left shoulder, seeing where the help side is. And if there's no help, he's going to work one-on-one every time.
Had an impressive campaign thus far with the Ears, has Darnay Samuel. Just under 11 points per game. 3.5 rebounds, 2 assists. He's shooting it at 41% from the field as well. And almost 27 minutes per game he's playing. This time coming off the bench. Played a bit of rapid league as well, got amongst.
Made a feature.
Got it back to 6 now, the Ears. So they started by 10, came out of the timeout and have just etched away at this lead. Now it's 5.
Yeah, Ears have done a good job being aggressive, drawing those fouls. Nuggets now on 3 team fouls, so they're getting to that free throw line.
Batch floats it over to McKenzie. Cook Jr., he's just everywhere. The point guard couldn't find an advantage. Gives it to Green. Green attacks on Bardsley, steps back, but for the dog's breakfast. Stroud likes it from way downtown. It was a better look for the Taranaki Ears. See how the Nuggets can punch back. Tuach finds a lane. Great cut, Bardsley. Bardsley!
Oh my goodness!
Me oh my, Matthew Bardsley.
That dude has so much bunnies, man.
Wasn't anticipating that, to be honest.
I wasn't either. I think he pump faked and dunked over Bailey.
Tuach just read that one like a book. Speaking of athletes, attacks on Bailey. There wasn't much he could do to stop Tuach. Just a bit of a, must have banged his elbow or something there, Tuach. Just taking a little bit longer to get up. I mean, he's a dangerous threat in transition. You just see Bailey everywhere. And if you're going to foul in transition, that's how you do it, Caleb. Make sure they do not score.
Yeah, nothing worse than fouling and someone makes it as well. So if you're going to foul, make it a good one, right?
And that's what Bailey did just then, and it's forced the Nuggets, Kayla, into a timeout. Obviously had a hot start. Moller hit some back-to-back triples, but Kayla, the Ears have done a good job here at clawing it back. And like you said, they like the situation. They are the underdog mentality.
Yeah, their aggression is just so key for how they play. They have 4 blocks as a team and 3 steals, so they're really moving this Nuggets team. But the Nuggets doing an awesome job. They're dominating the boards actually at the moment and facilitating the ball more. So it's just, I think tempo is the key thing. What have we got up here, Maya?
Well, of course, the Saints and the Giants hadn't finished their game when we started this one, so we looked at the ladder, but it hadn't been updated. The Saints got it done in overtime by the hair on their chin, and so they are sitting at 4th now, 10-4, still yet to pip the Canterbury Rams. Just wanted to give that update, of course, and then the Giants unfortunately losing one before they have to go against the Tuatara tomorrow. So it's a tough campaign at the moment for the Giants, but encouraging signs going to overtime with the Wellington Saints. It's Tuach, makes it count from Chemist Warehouse. He's up to 6 points already. Perfect from Chemist Warehouse, back out to 9. A bit of pressure here from the Nuggets. Green. Can't find a lane. Working on Tuach. Tuach guarding his yard. Falls over, gets back up. Green can't find a finish. Does get his own rebound. Floats it all the way over to Cook Jr. Samuel. Green steps back. And he nails it. Xavier Green. They finally get one.
There it is. He used most of that possession, so it was only fitting that he would finish that play off.
Bardsley. Just a bit of miscommunication between those two, Kayla.
Yeah. Always tricky when that happens. Sometimes, you know, when you're that person in the corner wanting that back door, you've got the signal of doing a fist just flat as an indicator that you will cut back door. But it's little things like that. Those are the comms things that, you know, the more you play with a person, the more you familiarize yourself with their tendencies.
And that's the kind of stop the Ears want. And this little run, they get a bucket, they get a stop. See what they can turn that into for Cook Jr. Green. Nico Hill, never afraid to let one go.
Nico Hill, a new addition to this Ears side, just played 2 games. And son of, oh my gosh, that was almost going to be a highlight reel, that one.
That was a lovely pass, but that just speaks to how this game has gone so far. A couple of errors where teams maybe wouldn't usually. Cook Jr. had every part of the rim on that one.
Yeah, it was a clean 3.
3 from 11 now from downtown for the Ears. It's pretty standard stat line for them, unfortunately. Craig Muller, though, that's his 3rd triple of this game. And the Ears use their 2nd time out. Muller, he's hyped up. And if he's hot, man, it's hard to stop.
Man, nice little rhyming there, Maya. I hear you, girl.
I didn't even mean to. I'm a poet and I didn't even know it.
Yeah, Muller's doing a great job from behind the arc. That's something that nowadays post players have to be able to shoot the rock. I remember playing in high school and it was like post players just shoot a putback. And now the game has evolved so much where guys are almost expected to knock those shots down, and Muller is so effective when he stretches the defense out, can shoot the 3, but can also, you know, nail those shots under the rim.
Yeah, he's so versatile in that sense and has done a great job defensively. He's already up to 11 points and 7 rebounds. And of course, you may have noticed he looks a little bit different than he has in past seasons, and that's because after 20 years of having dreads, I'm talking he was like 11 years old with dreads, he's cut it all off, and he's done it for a good cause as well, Kayla, which I think is really awesome. He's cut it off and donated to Red Kite Charity to raise some funds to help children and their families who are struggling with cancer. So great job, Craig Muller. If you want to see more about that, you can head to his Instagram and take a look. I just think, what a beautiful thing to do.
That's huge, and it's really cool when athletes realize the platform that they have, and that sport is more than a game, you know, the classic line, but you have a lot of influence, and it's really cool that players like him are going out of their way to, you know, help people out or raise awareness for things like cancer.
Yeah, good on you, Craig, and looks good for the new cut. Must say,
man.
Looking clean. Bit of a zone action here coming out of that timeout, it seems, from the Nuggets. Green just couldn't find a lane. Bailey patiently works on Miller Joseph, and it just falls out of his hands.
Yeah, just quite stagnant offense there from the Ears.
Bit of awkward spacing here for the Nuggets. Muller wants to attack. Nice switch from Bailey. Tuach. Muller finds a lane, has to throw something up. A couple of ugly positions in a row from both these sides. Junior. Bailey over to Hill. Hill all alone,
There
makes it count.
is. Knew it was going to get knocked down before he shot it. His feet were set, his hands were there. And as I mentioned earlier, actually son of Angelo Hill, who's a bit of a local legend around Taranaki. So it's really cool to see his son Nico out there as Cook Jr. Just tenacious defense.
Didn't get the steal, but delays the offense and makes it harder for the Nuggets to get something, although Tuach does get the offensive rebound and it hits the bottom of the net. Rain. Working on Moller. Man, these guys can't get anything uncontested at the moment, Kayla.
Yeah, typically you want the ball to move through multiple sets of hands before you take a shot. So it's hard when, yeah, it's not going through different sets of hands.
Oh, man. That is not a great turnover.
All good, Ethan. We've all been there. We've all been there, but you can just see the frustration. An uncanny turnover for Russ Batch, who's, you know, usually real secure with the rock there.
I think that's difficult. They've just had a hard time offensively this season. We've spoken about this, you know, prior to this game and throughout as well. They are one of the lowest scoring teams in the league, 86 points per game. Defense never been an issue for these guys, but you've got someone like Russ Batch who's playing alongside some guys who haven't played as long as him, and you can just see little mistakes with their spacing, little mistakes with the movement of the ball, and again, there's another one. They typically don't turn the ball over that much, but there's just no synergy offensively for them right now.
And, you know, credit to the Ears, that's what they do well. They speed teams up. But, yeah, Russ Batch is the type of player. He is one of the best catch-and-shoot three-point shooters I think we have in the country. And so for someone like that, you know, you're thinking of Klay Thompson and that style of play, they do really require real good movement off the ball, but people to find them in the right spot.
Maybe that's currently missing, or now they have Louis back on. Might be a different story. Great pressure, Elaine Louis. Bit of a veteran teacher's rookie moment, and he bumps him off for the finish as well.
Great body control, and Louis just knowing his team needed a little bit of a confidence boost there. Starting on the defensive end.
10-point lead now for the Nuggets. It was this, and then it was back to 5. The Ears unfazed by these circumstances.
Yeah, we've seen the Ears come back.
And all honesty, okay, this might be one of the lowest scoring first half scores that we've seen.
Yeah.
Definitely from the Ears' perspective, 27 points and a half.
I think across the board for both sides, just struggling.
Batch did a great job to disrupt there. Couldn't get the possession. Just ticked under a minute to go here in the first half. It's really been a chippy back and forth game. Both teams throwing punches. Can't find the groove here in Hawera.
Yeah, 10 turnovers for the Ears and 8 for the Nuggets. So it's quite hard to find your flow when there is such a high turnover margin happening.
12 seconds on the shot clock, so plenty of wiggle room still for the Ears. Of course, thank you so much for joining us here on Sky Sport or wherever else you're joining, ESPN in the US or FIBA YouTube anywhere else. Cook Jr. wants the advantage on Moller. Finds Samuel at the end of the shot clock. And a chance to go 2 for 1 here for the Nuggets. They will through Russ Batch, who hasn't had much luck tonight from downtown. Miller Jose puts it back in, and biggest lead of the game here for the Nuggets. It's 12.
Miller Jose averaging 10 points per game. He's so good under there.
Moores working on Moller. Finally, Moores gets something to go after an uncharacteristically quiet start.
Yeah, he's been working a lot under the rim. He just hasn't been getting any clean looks inside.
He is one of the leading scorers, Kayla, 17 points per game, and averaging a double-double with 11 rebounds as well. But they've guarded him well, and he's just not had the finishing touch tonight as well.
Yeah, that's something the Nuggets love to do, is they love to make that post catch really, really difficult. When someone like Moller inside, such an experienced post, makes it so difficult.
Louis finds a lane, surveying for his teammates. Moore's in the way, though, and a frustration foul goes against, I believe that is against Louis, and it'll be a pair of, no, it won't be a pair from the Chemist Warehouse. I think Someone was campaigning for that, and they fooled me. So great job, Brandon Stroud. You got me good. A sub into in the quarter for both sides. 2.3 seconds. And Dane Samuel will use his BNZ player timeout. The first of the evening. No one even called one in Rapid League either. So we finally get a chance to shout out BNZ for the work they have done over the last couple of years with this player timeout. Of course, you can win your ticket to the big game. Scan that QR code and chuck in your details. Bring along your school, friend, community, whatever it is, groups, and get along. Kayla, who are they going to here, do you reckon? Just put you on
Samuel
the
or Green.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Coach
Samuel
Kayla coming
Green.
into effect here.
I think Green is going to try and... Oh, he's going to stay wide.
I'll do a little sneaky one.
Samuel one-on-one, perhaps.
His back cut from Moores. They can't execute. And Bardsley
trying to get that last little crumb that he could get.
Look, I think he did get it. I think he called it in time. So they had a little bit
nice.
of...
Man,
yeah, well done.
okay. Them crumbs are good, man.
Yeah, them crumbs are good from, Bardsley.
Man.
Bardsley. And he's played a lot of Rapid League.
Yeah.
So he understands, that BNZ player timeout potentially more than anyone. 1.8 seconds they have. Chance for a viable shot here. The Nugs.
Yeah, great work getting this team another shot attempt.
Ooh, they go to Miller-Jose, and that one was as ugly as the Taranaki one. So it has been a hard-fought, tooth and nail first half, Kayla.
Yeah, it hasn't been a smooth game of basketball, and as you can see, the score's 29-39. Very low scoring for either side. They'll be wanting to regroup and just come back as a unit. I think that's what they need, just that unity. Okay, guys, back to the drawing board. Who are we? What do we do well?
Plenty of basketball still to come here on Sky Sport. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back with some Chemist Warehouse stats.
All right, I don't know what we have under 14s playing at the moment. What we're going to do is we're going to make our way into the crowd. And this is more for our adults. So we have 3 vouchers to give away. One main voucher, which is 2 Arabica coffee bar, 1 Fargo free breakfast, which is 2 adults and 2 kids. The second 2 vouchers, or the last 2 vouchers, are 3 coffee vouchers for 2.
No mai hoki mai e te whānau, and welcome back here to halftime in TSB Ho in Hawera. Mai Williamson and Kayla Maruere Rangi. The first Hawera native I've ever met. And forget the NZNBL, this is the better hoops that we came for.
Well, you shouldn't say native. I was actually born in Gore. Not usually the first thing I tell people. I was, but Te Hawera, that is my absolute home. I can't say born and raised, but raised in Hawera. Yeah.
What a place, Gore. Me oh my.
Yes, yes.
You got a bit of South Islander in you then, eh?
Yeah, nah,
like
not
all the
not
best
a
people
whole bunch,
do.
but I can throw a gumboot or two. That I can. And speaking of throwing gumboots into the
Yes, you tried.
Terrible transition.
You tried.
Terrible transition. Mola, he's been fantastic for this Nuggets side. Pretty low scorer for a leading scorer of a game, I will say. It's been a pretty even spread, but no one individual is particularly dominating this game. It's been a struggle for both sides, actually, just getting the ball on the rock. So, yeah, but Mola, 9 rebounds. He's almost on his double-double. So I think it just speaks to his vet experience, and he's able to do it on both sides of the floor, and more pulling in 6 for that Ayers side. Assists relatively low this game as well. I think that's reflective of the chippy nature of the game, and just both teams quite struggling to get their shots. But we can see the Nuggets have been facilitating the ball a bit more and finding their teammates. Quinton Bailey grabbing 2 blocks within the span of about 15 seconds there.
Yeah, impressive.
Which was, huge. And Moores as well has been getting some nice grabs inside and steals. Cook Jr. has actually been such a great defensive pest, I will say, for this Ayers side. He's so good at disrupting offense and just being that catalyst for this Ayers side. But once again, really low scoring in Te Hawera today, Maya.
Yeah, what do you think we can expect in the second half? 20 more minutes from both sides.
For the Ayers, I think for them to win, for them to be playing good, it's speeding the Nuggets up. So defensively, led by Cook Jr., just disrupting as much offense as possible of the Nuggets, and then for their offense, getting out in transition and ideally just moving the ball through a few sets of hands before the shot is taken. I think they're shooting it really early in the shot clock, and they're not actually moving the ball before they shoot it.
Yeah, plenty of kōrero, I'm sure, happening here at halftime. And we'll join you back on the other side. 20 more minutes of basketball still to come.
Number 18 on the ball, puts it up, comes up to the point. Tickets to our next game. They're available now on our website at taranaki.com. Our next game will be at
Nau mai hoki mai te whānau. Welcome back here to the second half of action. NZNBL round 12. Of course, this is the second week of our inclusion rounds. It's a massive thing for us here in Aotearoa that basketball is a game for everyone. And that is the community and the connectivity that gets this beautiful game going here in Aotearoa. I can't say it's been the greatest example of basketball here today, Kayla, if I'm being quite honest. Of course, Maya Williamson, Kayla Manuirirangi alongside. The Nuggets deservedly with a 60% vote. You can scan that QR code and have your say. They lead 39-29. Not a high-scoring first half by any accord.
At all. Struggling are both sides to shoot the rock from beyond the arc, and field goal percentage just 25% for this Ears side and 36 for the Nuggets. So yeah, bit of a long day in the office for either side. And Maya, we were talking just in the break earlier. What were the stats that stood out to you?
Yeah, I think it's possessions for the Taranaki Ears. They have 11 turnovers. They've given up 10 offensive rebounds. And then when they do have their possessions, 23% from just two-point land. That is just not flash. So, you know, they're not executing and they're turning the ball over, and then they're giving up extra positions to the Nuggets. And if you're already not able to execute when you have the ball and you're giving the Nuggets more possessions, it's going to be pretty hard to play basketball like that.
You know, coaches talk about, you know, basketball's a game of possessions, but it's not until you actually do look at the numbers and you look at particular stats, something like rebounding as well, which can be a direct correlation to just pure shot attempts. So yeah, it's one of those things where, yeah, coach is often right.
Yeah, and that's a hard skill to correct as a coach just on the fly, because it's something that's learnt and trained, and it's, you know, habitual, and that it has been, despite the fact that the Ears have some decent size. Moores is an outstanding rebounder. They are probably one of the worst rebounding teams in the league, 10th in just overall rebounds, so 37 rebounds per game. They get the lowest amount of offensive rebounds, and then just 25 defensive rebounds a game. There's that SpongeBob man. He was our ball guy.
SpongeBob!
That is, I can't see the mascot anywhere around here, but I think he has been self-nominated as the mascot,
yeah,
Kayla.
I'm just curious. I think he just might have invited himself to just be SpongeBob for it. But look, new Taranaki mascot, maybe?
I don't know why SpongeBob is the choice there. We might have to do some deep dive into the correlation. Maybe the colours, I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's about the only correlation I can make, actually.
Yeah, that was a real deep pull. I saw one bit of yellow on there, the singlets, and I said, that must be it.
Black and yellow.
Great tune. Great tune, Wiz Khalifa.
Man, what a banger. Plays it every year's game.
39 plays 29. We have 20 minutes left here in the second half, and both teams hoping to turn things around after a mediocre start. Great back cut. That'll do it. How about that from Tuach and Mola?
That was the nicest position of basketball I've seen in a long time. Beautiful intro into their offense and a backdoor dime.
See how the Ears get their first possession. The Nuggets disrupt. How about that? And the finish from Tuach as well.
Great read. The moment you see that defender looking one way, backdoor is there.
Junior, Stroud on the catch, fires it over to Jones. He likes it from downtown and connects.
Don't give him time, he will knock it down. The vet Jones coming into good form later in this season.
Second triple of the matchup, he's 2 of 2. Tuach thought about it, great defense. Xavier Green, Rusbatch connects. That is the game of Ethan Rusbatch right there.
That's a scout thing. If there's one player on the floor you cannot give a clean catch and shoot, it is Ethan Rusbatch.
Green, given time, won't connect, and the Nuggets just baiting both Green and the Ears into these three-point shots. Mola as well, no luck.
Thought he'd grab a piece too.
Fair enough, Mola. Cook Jr., Stroud, back out to Cook Jr. Ball flowing here for the Ears. Cook Jr. locks, loads, and can't connect again.
Yeah, the Nuggets are just dropping back a bit, giving that three-point shot to the Ears.
Nice little ghost action there for Rusbatch. Louis, all alone, connects. Elaine Louis and throws the Sally at the Ears bench as well.
Can't help off ball side defense.
Stroud attacks. Otapaesi. Junior. Moores. Back rim. Hits it again, and Tuarch secures the rebound. Nuggets to Rusbatch. Louis. Into the hands of Cook Jr., who almost loses it. Great pass over to Green in the corner, just steps on the best defender in the game of basketball.
Unlucky frustration from Green as he just runs to the back of the court.
How about that next play mentality?
Wow,
no?
He went super sane. Yeah, Ears are just actually just falling into the trick of too many three-point attempts. If they're open, that's good, but if that isn't your strength, you know that, like we mentioned earlier, they are good downhill, getting out in transition, getting those looks.
And it's a hard adjustment. The Nuggets just packing the paint at the moment, Kayla. The only shot available is a three-point shot. And for them, it's like, do you turn down that look, or do you actually prioritize different ways of getting in the paint? It starts up by Essie. Man, what a run here for the Nuggets. They're on fire, and the biggest lead of the game, 32-50.
And we know he is a shoot-first guard, but such deflating for Ears as that lead is just pushed to about 20 points. The Nuggets are really getting into their flow now, getting through some really good offensive sets. No doubt at halftime, coach would have told them, look, dudes, we need to lock in and we need to get into our style of basketball, because playing the Ears, they like to get people out of their typical style of play, which is control the tempo, half-court execution. So we're seeing a Nugget side getting into their form right now.
And it's that thing about possessions here. Much better field goal percentage from the Nuggets, 40%, and they've shot 43 from the three-point land, and they've had plenty of turnovers themselves. But 12 turnovers for the Ears and 9 assists. They are 3 above their assist ratio. They average 12 turnovers per game. So, you know, in 25 minutes of basketball, I mean, it's not the greatest. It's not the greatest statistic. And, you know, now they're in a dangerous position. 18 points the lead.
Yeah, just like that has been pushed out too far. The Nuggets will be looking to continue to push that out even more.
Hey, this is the position that the Ears love to be in. The import trio of Cook Jr., Stroud, and Green. They can flip a switch. And in front of their home crowd, they're wanting to do just that. Jones working on the smaller Rusbatch. And Rusbatch whistled for just too much physicality there on Jones. You like that from Marcel Jones, just trying to put Rusbatch in the weight room and trying to bury him.
Yeah, and just that composure as well, to know that he has the time to go to work, and that was a smart play there from Jones.
Green. Moores from way downtown. Why not? Another missed three for the Ears.
You know, those shots are good if you do have a weak side rebounder.
Tuarch!
Tuarch, too much. Man, nails another three.
Man, yeah, nails in the coffin, left, right, and center for the Nuggets, and that's another one. This hot streak continues. Tatapaesi doesn't make it count in transition. Can the Ears respond? Because they need it soon.
Yeah, needed some real leadership from our vets in this Ears side. Just securing the ball, Maya, that's been the key thing.
14 turnovers, 32 points. Tuarch, 0-100. Nice transition look. Rusbatch got a piece. Tatapaesi couldn't keep it in bounds. Disrupts the transition opportunity. McFadzean, an extra defender there, just has teamed up with the Nuggets momentarily. Of course, the rule is that if the referee is on the court, they are part of the court. So it's essentially you treat them as if they're not there. So not much McFadzean could have actually done in that occasion.
That's a good thing to know, Maya, actually.
There you go, eh?
Store that one for later.
The more you know.
Yeah.
Loves a bit of a rule book, of course. 18 seconds, so plenty of time here that he has to get a quality possession. Samuel. Nico Hill. Attacks, not a lot of space. It's tipped out of his hands. Milajos begging for it. Shot clock still winding down. I believe that should have been at 8. Just ticked down a few seconds. Don't know if anyone's going to notice that. Just me.
Just you, Mai.
Okay. The Eagles are going to get pretty unlucky here. They'll go through Stroud. Stroud steps back. Again, connects. Who else is going to step up to the challenge?
Tough. Just the momentum shift this Ayers side need to continue to get this run going. They've been in a bit of a scoring drought this first part of the third, so that was a huge shot from him.
Rusbatch, a little bit of Bardsley. Milajos finds Rusbatch, who finds Milajos. Brandon Stroud in the way of things. Just wills away at a foul. Plays deep for a second too.
Just having a moment. Hopefully he's not injured.
Yeah, I think he just needed a sec.
Just a gather moment.
He really forced his way into that foul. We just see there putting his head down, getting between Moller and Rusbatch. I mean, that's one way to get a call from the referees. And it's a timeout for the Nuggets. Oh, Jeff Sparrow has just run out of the timeout. Oh yeah, he's getting Milajos. He's getting his lads together. Jeff Sparrow, love the energy on the sideline. Unsure what the complaint is there from Milajos, but a good timeout here for Jeff Sparrow. You know, you can see that score start to leak a little bit through Brandon Stroud and his energy. So probably just need to collect things a little bit here, Kayla.
Yeah, smart timeouts there from the Nuggets. The Ayers, when they get momentum, they can be scary. So smart, stopping that run. Huge three from Stroud there. So they'll be looking to, once again, regroup, get back into their sets.
See Moller there, just giving his opinion as well, which is really valued of the veteran. So he's got 11 points and 9 rebounds.
See a Nico Hill poster.
Okay. Bit of a local hero.
Yeah, bit of a fan club there.
Will be the Ayers possession. A chance to again etch away at this lead. Got out to 20. It's been that guy there on your screen, Stroud, who's led a lot of this energy. 7 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals as well. An inverted pick and roll. Samuel backing Rusbatch down. Bardsley reads that one easily. Tipped away from the back though. Cook Jr. to lead the transition effort. Stroud just rolls it into Samuel, who spins through hands. Rusbatch not whistled. Here goes Elaine Louis. Can't find Moller. Finds Elaine though. Bardsley. Moller, back to Bardsley. Bardsley, no luck. Louis, he's hit 2 already. Won't hit a 3rd. That was a lot.
Yeah, breather.
Stroud, Bailey. Cook Jr. might be the guy that starts to take over. Cook Jr. Stops on a dime, pulls it, connects. Again. Kayla, I think we need that from Cook Jr. right now. He's been quiet. That's his 5th point of the game.
The nature of these import guards on the Ayers, they are score-first mentality players, and when there's scoring droughts for their side, them taking that shot isn't being selfish. That is them stepping up for their team. So, yeah, when they look to score, you know, like Stroud did before, that's when they really help their side out.
Tuach. Oh, that is a shooter's touch.
Went on a bit of a roll with that one. Man, shooter's touch all right.
He has mastered the art of these Hawera rims.
Yeah.
Nice flare screen from Bailey. Gets the offensive rebound, does the 1%ers, another turnover, number 17.
Yeah, the killer right there.
Close to a moving screen. I think the Ears are gonna not be too stoked about that. Nico Hill, his foul instead. Makes his case, but then walks away.
Yeah.
Very polite.
Fair enough.
I don't think the Nuggets have realised that.
Yeah.
Graham
ball
was
has
counting
been
down.
inbounded.
To Arch. Working on Shroud, who does a heck of a job guarding his yard, and no luck that time. Turns to the shooter's touch. Here come the Ears through Samuel. Samuel finds a lane. How about that from Samuel? Kayla, you liked that one?
I do. He's just such a high-skilled player. He's got the handle and the vision of a point guard. But, man, he can move and really get in those lanes. And he's so good at using his body control as well, like pinning people behind him, going to work. Couldn't convert, but, hey, he's going to the line for 2.
Of course, every made free throw across Rapid League and Sales NBL adds to the tally for the Chemist Warehouse Hoops and Schools program. Our previous applications have been closed, but starting up next week for Northland and Auckland. So you'll see that QR code in the next coming weeks. You can scan it and chuck in the school's details. Of course, all thanks to Chemist Warehouse in Basketbol, New Zealand. As Samuel makes his first and adds to the tally. Just short on the second attempt. Louis heavily pressured by Cook Jr. And that was bound to happen.
Yeah, definitely scrappy there. Cook Jr. wanting to just ride the hit, but yeah, just a bit of a grab there. That will be Nuggets ball on the side.
Just a second foul, Cook Jr. So not a bad one if he's going to give that up.
And for how aggressive he's been this whole game, that's not bad either.
Well, full steals, Kayla. So
Yeah.
that disruptive defense has paid off at times. Elite. Some separation on the screen. Rusbatch steps back on Bailey, is whistled for a foul. 3 free throws coming for Ethan Rusbatch.
Rusbatch walked straight to that Chemist Warehouse line. He knew immediately.
Thank you. Veteran stuff there from Ethan Rusbatch, a long-time Tall Black, of course. He's played at the Commonwealth Games and FIBA World Cup, and of course you can see that Hoops and Schools QR code now closed, so and the next week it will be for Northland and Auckland. His international best, Ethan Rusbatch, 26 points against Chinese Taipei. That was in 2024. Hasn't suited up since then, I don't think, but has had an impressive international campaign with the Tall Blacks thus far. He's not going to miss many of those, is he, Ethan Rusbatch?
No, looks very comfortable shooting the ball from anywhere, actually, particularly that free throw line.
Samuel is going to will his way to the basket,
Man.
and that's the easiest bucket of the night.
I was going to say, that looked far too easy for Samuel just then.
Oh, there's been nothing easy for the Ears. They haven't found anything uncontested tonight, and that might change again. Samuel on a bit of a heater. He's like, Aaron Cook Jr., please come here.
Yo.
He won't make it, Cook Jr. And you can just see Samuel having a quick word to him.
Yeah, he was trying to get him to come and get that shot up.
Miller Jose,
Man.
coast to coast. Great bucket. It's back out to 20.
Miller Jose is 60% from the field goal.
Nice move there, Shroud. Rotation off the 2 feet. Something you've really appreciated about the Sales NBL, Kayla?
Yes, very impressed by it. Just gives you way more opportunities, but love to see the aggression from Shroud there.
Just hanging on there against Louis. Messi wants the on ball. Finds Miller Jose. 2 buckets in a row for the big man. It goes back out to 20 again.
It's too easy defensively. They just got caught. Tane and Hill up the top.
Great find. Jones, the best shooter out of all the years. It rattles away. Shroud on the O-board. And Miller Jose just got tangled.
It's only the 7th offensive board for this Ayers side, so more of that is exactly what they need to give them those second chance opportunities on offense.
Stroud, just such an energizer bunny. It's his 3rd rebound of the evening. He averages 7.5 of those as a guard. Just standing at 6'6". You say just, but
Just.
there's some
how
big
tall are
bodies
you
out here.
standing at?
Nowhere close to that, I'll tell you that for free. It's just some of these big boys. I mean, James Moore's 6'11", you know, he makes 6'6" look tiny.
I was even talking to someone earlier today as a guy playing at that level.
Yeah.
If you're under 6'6", you kind of got to be training as a point guard or a shooting guard.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I mean, like, there's a couple, like Steph Curry's a good example,
Yep.
what, 6'2", 6'3", and man, if he couldn't shoot, he'd be nowhere near the NBA.
Yeah.
Very slept on in college, only had the one offer from Davison, I believe.
Yeah.
And just had a lot of faith from his coach and turned into what he is now. Bola. No good. Louis almost got a piece of that. Ayers will attack and go through Stroud. He has been really good in this 3rd quarter, up to 11 points.
Exactly what this Ayers side need. That aggression to the rim, slowly chipping away at that margin.
This seems unbelievable, but he is the first Ayer to double digits. First player in double digits, and it's almost the 4th quarter, Kayla.
Wow. Ayer to the throne.
Oh, okay.
See what I did? No.
I like that, and I also like that from the Ayers.
We like it all.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it even. And that's a good way to end the quarter for the Ayers if they get a stop here. Could make it a little bit interesting. 2 arch though. Not going to adhere to that. Gets to the Chemist Warehouse on Quinton Bailey. 2 arch been impressive tonight. He's got 17 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal to top that all off. Ethiopian who played for the Auckland Tuatara in 2025. Had a great campaign for them. 16 points and just under 5 rebounds as well. He's played in Mexico as well as Australia, England, Greece, Mexico. Bit of G League action.
Wow. So what I'm hearing is, where hasn't he played?
Exactly right, exactly right. He's hit the continents, he's seen the world, and he's come back to New Zealand, which is a telling sign.
Yes.
Makes them both from the Chemist Warehouse. What a way to end the quarter. It's going to be one last heave here from the Taranaki Ayers. Stroud wants it, pulls it, connects!
Yes,
he was never going to miss that, Brandon Stroud.
Starting to cook now, Maya.
Yeah, he is an energizer bunny. 15 points, and they've brought it back to the best it's been in quite a while. 16, the Nuggets, they lead 66-50. 10 more minutes coming your way. No mahoki mai te whānau. Welcome back here to the NZNBL. 10 more minutes to go. And then there's more basketball to come this evening, of course. So what better to pair it with than a large meatball pizza? You can scan that QR code or use sales block 26, $35 a pop for dinner. In this economy, you'll take what you can get. Mai Williamson, Kayla Manuerirangi alongside. It's been a tooth and nail battle for both squads. It was a relatively good ending to the quarter, and it was that guy, Brandon Stroud, that led the charge, Kayla, and you said this off air. These imports, they need to turn it on and go.
Yeah, totally. Those imports, Stroud, Green, Cook Jr., are really aggressive guards. They like to put it on the floor. They like to get to the rim. And it's times like this when your team is behind, you really need to just try and get to the rock and trust that, you know, the likes of Bailey and Moores as well can be there and pull those rebounds in. So I'm loving the aggressive nature of Stroud right now.
Makes the second from the Chemist Warehouse. It's back to a 14-point game. It kept staying at that 20-point margin. So it's an encouraging sign here for the Ears if they could just string together some stops. Paisi finds a lane. Paisi from the corner. Massive rebound. Just a turnover of nightmares. 18 of those in the game now. Easiest shot of the game from Bola.
It was unfortunate. It was a great defensive possession from the Ears with a foul on the floor.
Stroud just got that me-first mentality. He's drawn 6 fouls this evening, counting that one of the 12 that the Nuggets have committed. Tuach, just a smile on his face after that one. Whoopsies.
Love to see the sportsmanship helping the other team up.
Moores, a very quiet night by his standards as well, Kayla. I like that aggression from him, but just 4 points.
Yeah, Moores usually averages 15 points per game and 10 rebounds. He's pulling in heaps of boards, but yeah, just quiet. Whether he needs to get more of the offense passed to him first and then the offense runs off that. But yeah, not heaps of touches for him tonight.
Yeah, he's 2 of 8 from the field. You know, he's had a hard time with these rims finishing, but it's been pretty low production in these last couple of quarters. And like you said, is their second leading scorer with just under 17 points per game. He's played plenty of basketball worldwide, and he played 9 games for the Jets in 2024 and averaged 18 points then. So he's very capable, but just a tough night on the tools. Battles that one home from the Chemist Warehouse. Tuach tacks on Green, turns around, won't hit it. Stroud finds Cook Jr., but more of a pep in his step this time around. Doesn't miss those mid-range pull-ups, and it's a timeout for the Nuggets. Here come the Taranaki Ears.
Beautiful shot there from Cook. The mid-range jump shot is a lost art of basketball. I feel like I say that all the time, but it really is. And that's his money shot right there, getting to the nail and just picking and popping. Unfortunately, the Nuggets coach is great, and he's calling a timeout every single time the Ears get a good flow. So whether they can come out of this timeout and continue to punish this Nuggets side, we'll see.
Biggest lead was 21 though for the Nuggets, so to bring it back to 12 with this much time in the quarter actually makes it really tangible for the Ears. And we mentioned this a few times throughout the game, they love these circumstances. Cook Jr. and Stroud in specific, they love moments like this. It's what fires them up.
Yeah, they're scrappers, and they got that dog.
They got that dog. They got that dog in them, that's for sure.
And there's just a Yeti just parked up there in the crowd, and a beautiful dog.
Babies were like, what is that?
yeah.
Oh, there's 2 babies. Didn't see the other one.
Oh, the kiddos.
I like that. Get them introduced to it early.
Yes,
You know, don't waste no time around here.
They'll be reffing by 3 years old.
Yep, and then maybe some future Taranaki Ears. You never know. Back underway. That is Cook Jr. to a T. It goes back to
goaltend.
Yeah, it does go back to 10 points.
Yes, goaltend. That will count. That will be Cook Jr.'s 6th steal of the game. He has been an absolute machine. Cookie monster.
just stealing them cookies. Yeah, that was the goaltend there on Louis, but nonetheless, James Moores was there for the clean-up crew.
I reckon give them 1 point each.
Yeah, I reckon that's fair. Okay, I reckon we propose that. How can the Nuggets respond? They go through Rusbatch, putting that veteran leadership on his shoulders and just slowing down this momentum a little bit.
I love how Rusbatch, anytime he knows he gets fouled, he's going straight to the free throw line.
Wasting no time.
No.
I believe that one was on Cook Jr. Moores was there for the block, but to no avail. Svanch uses every part of that rim. Played 15 games, 2025, 12 points per game. Rusbatch for the Franklin Bulls. Stroud, massive evening for him. We go up top to Cook Jr. What, 3 screens?
I was
That's
just
a
going
bit
to
greedy.
say a triple action. I've never seen that drawn up before.
I mean, he got an open look out of it. That's pretty hard to guard. Rusbatch. Louis, trusted point guard. Cook Jr. making his night difficult. Tuach finds a lane. Great wall up, James Moores. Tuach, though, one better on the offensive tip.
That was a great defensive set there from Moores, just staying in his cylinder, but Tuach just hunting down that rim.
Green has an easy call for Kobe Lucas there. Just shuffled his pivot foot a little bit. Nuggets doing a good job to hold on to this one, Kayla.
Yeah, a bit of frustration from Green there. He hasn't really been able to be in his bag tonight, but, you know, with the likes of Stroud and Cook Jr. on the defensive end, he'll be trying to come back into it.
Louis attacks, Moores fouls, and one. Elaine Louis.
I don't know if anyone saw it either. I think he was just laying on his back and flipped up in one motion. I'll give him a one extra style point for that one.
Yeah, that was impressive. Let's see if we got it on the replay at all. You could just see it at his ending there. He doesn't need his teammates to help him up.
Pop up, King.
Yeah. That's the energy that he's feeling right now. Elaine Louis.
That's just too easy, though. He can't be left open, and when he is aggressive at the rim, he's too athletic. You just, yeah, don't give him a clean catch like that. Man, nails that one in. Nothing but net, pushing that lead out yet again to close to 20, Maya.
Yeah, 13 points now for Elaine Louis after that and one. 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 steals for him as well. Marcel Jones chipping back in. He has brought it back to 10, and it's just blown out a little bit like you alluded to. 16 is the lead. Stroud attacks on Miller-Jose, found Elaine, but Miller-Jose blocks it away.
Miller-Jose is one of those guys. He's so quiet, he just works in the background, but he does so much, and his efficiency is unreal. He's actually 60% from field goal, but he does so much. He gets steals, he blocks shots, and yeah, he's a great rebounder inside too.
See Stroud there, listening in to what coach is saying on the sideline. Bit of a cheeky player is Brandon Stroud. I like those things. Green was no good. He's really the guy that you want, you know, shooting a 3 at the end of your shot clock, unfortunately, for the years.
Yeah, I was going to say, I like the action from Green, drawing the defense, but probably needing to find whoever your best shooter is on the perimeter there.
Nice pass over to Miller-Jose. Back-to-back and ones for the Otago Nuggets. You can get it back to 10 all you like, but they've just stormed right back ahead.
Yeah, I think it's moments like this where the system comes in play. They've got players that know their role and they know what they do well, and Miller-Jose is one of those guys. Right place, right time.
Off the back rim it goes for Miller-Jose. That's gonna, oh, I thought they might have come off Jones, to be honest. I like the intensity there from Bardsley.
Yeah, he's always a firecracker, isn't he?
Spends a long time with this Otago Nuggets system, has Bardsley, which I really appreciate out of him.
Yeah.
Jones to Moores, who just buried Craig Moller. And they're going to call an early foul. He's bound to get one or two of those as he was guarding the bigger Moors, and Milajos has switched on to him now.
You know, Maya, that's something we haven't seen a lot this game. It's high-low action for this Ayers side.
We saw intention of it actually in the Rapid League, or Samuel and Bailey trying to get to it. Didn't quite work, but it's probably not a bad option for them, Kayla.
Yeah, they have the size advantage across that big size, so yeah, more looks inside.
Cook Jr., bit of a header in this last quarter, finds some sort of a lane, and Louis into the hands of Green, so they go back the other way. Yes, they want to capitalise here. They go through Stroud to his trusted left hand, won't make it count.
Great offense though, great aggressive move from Stroud, but one of those things needed that one, just didn't fall.
Bardsley needs someone to pass to, finally finds Milajos. Rosbach getting blown up right now by Xavier Green. Floats it over to Zach McKenzie, who can't finish against James Morse. There's going to be a foul going the other way.
Yeah, fell pretty heavy on the deck, did McKenzie, but popped right back up.
Barkley whistled for that one, trying to disrupt and cause another turnover. Bears already have 19 of those. And it's timeout. No, I'm wrong. Just a sub. Sorry, 2 free throws. So I finally figured it out. You know?
We got there.
Yeah. I was just throwing out terms until I got the right one.
Yeah.
Foul, sub.
I wasn't sure. I kept quiet.
Yeah, thanks.
Sorry, stitch up, say Maya.
I was just stabbing in the dark until I finally hit something. But it's the bonus now for the Nuggets, which could make it somewhat interesting. Still 6 minutes to go. And the Ayers, bar that one, have been pretty good from the Chemist Warehouse. Spent a lot of time there tonight. 15 of 18 prior to that miss from Stroud.
There's still plenty of time in it for this Ayers side, but just you need to make sure that they get stopped and score every possession.
Rosbach. Great footwork. No time for the Nuggets. Stroud strips that one. Rosbach tries to keep it alive. Doesn't. But that means no easy bucket for the Ayers, and you'd like that. Rosbach, he's 33 years old. Diving on that thing.
Good on you, putting his body on the line. And as you said, yes, it's better that it's just a half-court setup than it is a transition shot, because that's what the Ayers love to do. Try and get to the rack before the defense is set.
Junior loses Louis. Gets to the rim. Great finish.
My gosh, he really got like 3 feet air that time.
Yeah, that was impressive. Junior coming alive in this 4th quarter. 15 points the lead now for the Nuggets. Louis won't find Rosbach on the ghost. Gives it to Bardsley. Ooh. Moore's got the block, but it's a foul earlier. No, he stepped out of bounds.
Nice defense there, and Cook Jr. had an impeccable display of one-on-one defense just then. Stayed in front of his defender so fast, but he's so good at getting to that spot before the offensive player gets there. That was great defense.
Now it actually is a timeout. The Ayers maybe the ones calling that. They just want a quick corridor here, but they have done a good job. It got back out to 20, Kayla, but they've brought it back to 15 and a stop there and a chance to bring it back to as much as 12.
Yeah, well, they had been getting good runs, but every time they did, Nuggets coach was calling a timeout, but whether they can just stay in that flow, and then the key is to not foul this Nuggets side. They've sent them to the line too many times this quarter, so whether they can get stops and get scores, time will tell.
Crowd going crazy at the moment. We'd love to see that. People in Harweda, happy to have a few games out here this year.
And see Angelo Hill, father of Nico Hill, just up in the crowd there, so he's probably itching to get the boots on.
Yeah, an NBL legend himself.
Yep.
I believe he was doing a bit of coaching for Otago High School?
Yes,
potentially?
Opunaki High School, and he did coach the women's Thunder team at one point as well. So, yes.
Like, I've never met the guy, but here he is, a bloody legend.
Yes, passionate.
That's a great word to use.
Oh,
Nice basketball.
Great basketball. It's the simple basketball that looks the best, and more of that would be great from this ear side.
More's of that. Get it?
I love it.
Dad joke.
I love it.
Coming in hot. Bola way off the right. Great transition basketball. They go to green. Rusbatch all caught up. Here again. Come the Taranaki ears.
He had the green light on that one, Maya. And that's why he will go to the free throw line for 2. Love the aggression from Green in transition.
Say the real entertainment here is not the basketball, but the absolute
Tomfoolery.
the genius dad jokes that we've just strung out these last couple of possessions. Green, the 29-year-old out of Virginia, of course, makes first one from the Kim's Warehouse. He's played a bit of everywhere. Had a championship season in Switzerland. Just came out of playing in Mexico. Cool as a cucumber. Back to 11. The lead goes. Business end here, Kayla. 4.5 minutes.
Just like that, 11 points. Anyone's game, absolutely, Maya.
And the Nuggets hang on, or the Airs claw this one back. Cheap foul there from James Moores. Couldn't stay in front, big man.
Yeah, just grabbed his hand. One of those fouls, you can't give those away. That will be 4 for this ears side. One more with our in the bonus. So yeah, a bit of a frustrating foul there from Moores.
Just 2 for the big man, so he's done a good job to keep himself out of foul trouble and stay available. Too much. Can't find the Stephon Jones. Rusbatch will pull. That is too much time and space for Rusbatch, and a massive triple for the Tall Black.
That's exactly what he wants to do, a clean catch and shoot shot. So whether it's a deny on Rusbatch, I'm not sure.
Nice position there for the Nuggets. They go to Paesi in transition. He does well to finish on his left hand. The Ears just can't ever break that 10-point barrier. The Nuggets responding really well out of that timeout.
Yeah, anytime the Ears are on a run, the Nuggets are right there, either, you know, hitting a 3 or getting a nice little drive to the basket. Just so hard for this Ears, like you said, to bridge that 10-point gap.
Dane Samuel got his hoodie on, so might not reappear in this one. We look to rotate the 5 that we have on for the remainder of this one. Potentially Quinton Bailey in the next couple of minutes.
Yeah, Samuel's one of those players. He had so much value, not only on the inside, but at the perimeter, stretching the defense out. He's good with those high-low actions and using his body to get into the lane. So yeah, definitely missing his presence offensively for this Ears side.
He's averaging 7 points per game, which is pretty good given the role that he plays. He's 56% from the field and 4 rebounds a game as well, just to add on top of that. Bit of leadership here from Dane Samuel, imparting his wisdom. Of course, James Moore's younger sister, Katie Moores, is heading off to the FIBA Under-17 World Cup in a week's time under the Czech Republic to play. And of course, our Under-17 boys kick off their World Cup campaign tomorrow morning, 5:15 a.m.
Oh, will you be up, Maya?
I'll watch the replay.
What?
Yeah. Playing Turkey in their home country.
Weight
Big move.
room.
Come on, James Moores. There he is.
We need more of that, Moores.
Yeah, nice.
I just recycled yours. Not cool.
That's all right. I'll allow it.
Not cool.
3.5 minutes to go in this one. Can the Ears bring it back, or are the Nuggets going to hang on here? Louis looks to go weight room against Aaron Cook Jr. Lifts up and does it so. The Ears are in frustration. Great move, Louis.
Yeah, frustration on that one.
I like that
one.
He tried to settle it, Mola.
Yeah.
Gotta respect it.
Yeah. Smart players do.
He is having a really hard time understanding these foul calls. Lee rattles it home. He's shooting the free throw at just 55% on the season. Makes the big one though. Oh. Cool as ice, down the stretch. Pushes the scoreline back out here to 16.
Yeah, fouls are just keeping this margin stretched for this Nuggets side.
It's Jones. Jones dribbles it off his foot. Bardsley, the little things, couldn't get the possession. Now the Ears, are they going to have 14 seconds or 6? I think the rule book is a bit blurry in these cases. It wasn't full possession from Bardsley, I don't believe.
It was loose ball, yes. I'm guessing that's going to stay at 6.
You love that from Bardsley. Tried to get the possession, but nonetheless, it's going to be a hard possession here. And Sparrow just forcing his defense to get up. Moores spins on Miller-Jose. Miller-Jose just hanging on to his hip.
Love it when Moores is aggressive. He's actually got such good strength underneath. He's tall and athletic, but so strong. So him getting to the line is great for this Ears side. Both teams are in foul trouble, so a good time to just be aggressive to the rim. Not live and die by the 3.
Moore's had a pretty decorated career thus far at just 26. He's played in Austria and Belgium, Holland, and NBL 1 after a massive Div 1 career for Colorado State. Younger sister Rebecca Moores currently at the University of Hawaii alongside Bailey Flavel and Ratoya Tamilo, 2 other Kiwis. Potential Tulferans in the future. Yes. Actually, Bailey Flavel and Ratoya have been here. Current Tulferans. Rebecca Moores a chance to get to that level as well, no doubt. And James Moores actually might be on the cusp of that.
Yeah.
You know, Tall Blacks line up. Of course, they play in Auckland next weekend. They play Philippines and Guam, and Event Finder and Spark Arena respectively.
And what nights was that, Maya?
Yeah, so July 3, I believe, is
Friday.
Yeah, is that a Friday? Gosh,
yep, that's Friday.
I don't know the days around here. And then July 6 is the Guam game.
How good.
Event Finder Stadium, I believe. Really exciting stuff because a lot of talent has come from the Sal's NBL, so a couple of teams going to be without their Tall Blacks. But it is a very exciting squad. Was on the game a couple of weeks ago with head coach Judd Flavel. He's very excited about it. Has some real high caliber players in there. Shea Illy, one of the most notable of those. Sam Meninga coming off a massive season with the Breakers. With Sam Timmins as well, who's having a hell of a season with the Sharks right now.
Absolute vet, and you know, Ngātai and Taranaki from the Phi as well, and Murray are very heavy in their Tall Black presence. So yeah, it's going to be cool to see how they face up and how they come together, going from playing against each other to then playing with each other again.
Mojave King as well, and he's played 13 games for the Tall Blacks thus far. He's playing in Mykonos at the moment. Of course, Mike Fitchett, head coach of the Nelson Giants as well. He's going to be in the mix, as well as Daniel Sobolowski, who used to be the head coach of the Franklin Bulls. Tuach just loses control.
Great tip from behind from Green there. That's such a sneaky play that happens heaps in like the men's side of things, is getting, once the defenders beat you, just flicking it from behind. So great work there from Green.
A little bit interesting here, Kayla.
12 points.
Yeah, a chance to get below 10, and they do it through Stroud. It's getting close. It's getting a little bit chippy again. 10 points the difference.
Yeah, got some subs coming in. 10 points only.
They take Tuach out. He is their leading scorer. He's had 21 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists and a steal.
Whether they're just going to lock down defensively, keep that full court. Oh, I don't know.
Some elevated pressure here, and it works. Cook Jr. keeps the ball in bounds. Can they go to single digits? They go through Green and Bailey.
Huge.
Single digits!
Finished.
Oh my gosh!
And that's Cook Jr.'s 7th steal on the night.
Oh, Thought we might have had another one. It's a foul though on Moores. Go to the Chemist Warehouse. Not
What do you do
ideal.
in that instance? You just got to let it play out.
Bailey just doing his job. Blue collar worker. Bardsley.
Nails that second one. 10 points again. That is the number of the night. Nuggets not wanting anything closer. Just under 2 minutes. Perhaps the Ears can work their magic.
Well done under pressure for Bardsley. Junior can let that one roll out. Can they do here, the Ears? Shroud. It was going to be massive if it went. And no rush here for the Otago Nuggets. It's interesting that they're fouling here, Kayla.
Yeah. Both teams in the bonus now. But it's one of those gridlock things, bit of a game of chess at the moment. Do you let the clock run or do you not let the clock run, but then they get 2 shot attempts? So maybe they're being strategic about who they're fouling to get to the line. We know Louis about 50%. Now probably 51% after that that make. But yeah, it's one of those things. Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah. Rolling the dice. Louis, really good under pressure. And it's been tail of the tape for Nuggets really down the stretch. Bardsley and Louis respectively going 2 of 2. And it's going to be a timeout here for the Ears. I'll look to advance it, no doubt. They don't really want to get any lower than they are right now. Bringing it back to single digits with a minute and a half is a lot more promising. But for the Nuggets, they are one heck of a defensive team, Kayla. And they're going to be putting it all on the line here.
Yeah, the time is their friend for this Nuggets side. They'll be wanting to run the clock down. And if they run it down, they'll probably get fouled and go to the line. So it's just being smart, staying locked in. But as you can see there, players are locked in at the moment. But I was just thinking, Myra, it feels like there's been lots of timeouts this game, lots of stoppages.
Yeah, look, we've been going for almost 2 hours.
Wow.
Really getting our paycheck. You know, getting some value tonight. Yeah, a lot of stoppages, a lot of fouls. I feel like we've been in the bonus almost every quarter.
Yeah.
It's fair to say, and
we're just maximising everything tonight,
look,
really.
Just don't want to go anywhere.
No.
Of course, coming up after this on Sky Sport is the Franklin Bulls and the Taranaki fight, which is a must-win game for either side. We speak about that, the standings and where everyone sits, and from kind of 5th place onward, it's gridlocked. You know, everybody a chance to make that top 6. Especially we're here in round 12, very much getting to the business end. And speaking of that, it is such tonight. Cook Jr. hesitates, finds Moores. That's a great matchup for him. Couldn't make the finish. It's a foul on the rebound against Mola, and 2 from the Chemist Warehouse for Moores.
Yeah, it does feel like Moores has been on a bit of a lone island tonight. Inside, he's been working hard, getting to the line again, but whether it's too little too late for this Ears side, 12 points in just under a minute and a half.
Big free throws here for James Moores. Boy, Tuarch back into the game for the Nuggets, and that doesn't help. As Moores can't get the friendly roll, he's typically pretty good, just under 80% from the Chemist Warehouse. This is the second as well, Kayla. Those are massive.
Yeah, huge there as we see the Ears lift to full court pressure. Not foul, but the foul is called. Russ Badge to the line. That is someone you do not want shooting free throws. Frustration on the faces of those Ears players.
Funny because they were trying to foul, and then now they actually weren't in that case.
Yeah.
And you can just see Stroud begging his case with Kobe Lucas, who's just not having a bar of it, as a matter of fact. Oh, rear miss from Ethan Rusbatch. Don't miss a whole lot of those. Makes the second one. Junior fades away to no avail. Feels like this one is slowly falling through the fingers of the Taranaki ears, and it's going to hit the structure and be Nuggets possession.
Yeah, unfortunate for this ears side. They have moments of excellence, but just being able to string that together for a whole 40 minutes has been just difficult. We know it was a chippy start to the game, but yeah, just inconsistencies across the board has been the difference maker here.
ISE finds the advantage and go to Chemist Warehouse once again. They have been making an absolute living, paying some rent. It's all due. 19 of 28 from the Chemist Warehouse. Boy Tuach is 6 of 6. Rusbatch is 6 of 10. Louis is 5 of 7. And these are the first attempts of the night for the young Tatapaese.
Maya, I think it's exceeded rent, and I think it's now a lease.
They own it. Pay some
own
mortgage.
it. Yeah, the mortgage is owed to the Nuggets for getting to the free throw line yet again. Bang. Yeah, that 10-point margin, Maya, for that whole second half, they just didn't want it to be any more than that.
Got to 9, I believe, at one point. And the Ears, Kayla, have not led a second, a millisecond in this game at all. The Nuggets have just viciously held on. Tuach can get back in the mix here.
Yeah, something that I like to observe with players is body language, and I think for something I've noticed with the Ears is the frustration through the body language of their arms or how they're dropping their chin. And yeah,
Junior is trying to foul or steal there, I'm not sure, and Tuach will go to the Chemist Warehouse. I'm like a broken record at this point.
He'll go back to the house that he owns.
Yeah. Oh my, what are the interest rates on this one, Tuach? He's 6 of 6 though, and he's had a great night. He is the MVP tonight, 21 points, 6 of 6 from the Chemist Warehouse. 6 rebounds, 4 assists, and a steal, all in 30 minutes. A lot of noise there from the crowd in Hawera, and he gets his first miss of the evening from the house that he owns.
I was just thinking as you're reading those stats out, it feels like it's been a really quiet top score for Tuach, and I think that speaks to how good he is.
Yeah, and that's just the way that he operates. You know, he doesn't do a whole lot of loud sort of stuff, just chips away, gets his job done, and ends up with 21 points before you even know it. Jones, that's just the tail of the tape, and one
from Moores.
Yeah, gets the offensive rebound, as always. There's James Moores, that's his 4th of the game, and gets the and-one as well. And of course, you know, they may not walk away with a win here, Caleb. We spoke about just how important each and every bucket and every possession is down the business end of the NZNBL. So the points for and against are really important, and that's what James Moores is thinking about. And so are the Ears as they continue to fight here. Jones in the corner, can't get it to a 10-point game again. Moores, no teammates to pass it to. Hill won't connect. The rebound goes to Louis, and Paese uses his player timeout. Oh my.
The effort was there from the Ears. You love to see that. You know, it can be easy when you're down and you know the game is sealed to not keep playing, but you know, they kept playing through it, and that's, you know, at the end of the day, that's all you can do. That's a character moment where they're choosing to just keep playing hard, so I commend that.
BNZ player timeout, of course. You can scan that QR code for your chance to win tickets to this season's games, all thanks to the BNZ Ticket to the Big Game initiative. Scan that QR code, chuck in your group's details, community, school, sport, or whatever that may be, and head along to a NZNBL game. Boy, do they deliver. Last possession here for the Nuggets. They go through Tatapaese. Paese Gets the 3 ball to go. And the Airs for one final heave. And finally, the game is going to end. No more free throws.
There's a lot of free throws, Maya.
Oh my gosh, was it what? 21 of 32 for the Nuggets. But they walk away 2-0 in the series against the Airs. They do it at home and they do it away, Kayla. 90-77. What do you think about that game?
It was a lot of fouls, there was a lot of timeouts. It was stop and starty, it was chippy, it was fiery, but you know what? The Nuggets came away with the win, and another opportunity for this Airs side to go back to the drawing board. Hopefully they can regroup, stay in it, because we have seen glimpses of absolute excellence from this Airs side. So hopefully it's a chance for them go back to the drawing board and continue to just grow together.
Great signs for the Otago Nuggets, who are just climbing the ladder. 5th place before this one, might be chipping away at 4th potentially. We have to skedaddle out of here because we don't own the free throw. We don't own the rights to the TV for that long like the Nuggets owned the Chemist Warehouse stripe tonight. But you can tune into some more Sales NBL. The Franklin Bulls take on the Tauranga Whai here on Sky Sport. Go check that out. Thank you so much for joining us here on Sky Sport, SB and FIBA YouTube. Ka kite, ano.
Ka kite.